Oh. Oh, no, my mic's working. Okay. The illusion. Oh. Oh, no, my mic's working. Okay. The illusion. I was right, guys. I was right. I can't wait to see how right I was. Garmvup, thank you for your subscription. Can't wait to see how right I was, guys. I was right. I thought the Cog Braun would come in the T1 series. Yeah, so did I. It was, I mean, Cog Renato was not it, right? That was fucking weird. Did I predict a 3-0? I didn't predict a game score. The 52% prediction was right. Shh. It doesn't. Don't bring that up. It was a 100% prediction. G2 did it. Are we surprised? I mean, I'm not. I predicted them to win. G2 winning it all? No, they're not going to win it all. But they were better than top. Hashtag Monty was right.
Cooking that G2 can get up to. That might be the difference. I love this already. They have done their due.
What are your predictions on the TL T1 match tomorrow? T1 3-1. I think TL can win a game. Monty has been calling G2 a top team in every podcast, but no, it's okay. The people on my power rankings, Monty, G2 not a top 8 team. I'm like, yes, they are a top 8 team. Monty, Broken Blade Choke It International. No, he won't. Why do I have to deal with these imbeciles? Why don't you guys just fucking listen instead of moving your little yappers? Close your face hole. Listen to Monty. Can this beat G2 beat T1? Yes, I think they will. What will be your first cooking stream recipe? I don't know. What do you guys want me to cook? I don't care what it is. I can cook anything. Did I already see this game? No. Urkel Baggins, thank you for your 2 community gift subs. Appreciate you. You're back. The most awkward hobbit. Duke Wellington, that's not a dish. I think you mean beef Wellington. Duke Wellington won the Battle of Waterloo. Mighty Orc. I'm not going to cook him. He's been dead for hundreds of years. I'm not into cannibalism, especially not that old. Cook something poor students can make too. Yeah, I probably should do something like that. I don't think I can make beef Wellington in Korea, guys. That would be very difficult. My favorite Thai curry. I can easily do that. A Korean taco. I can easily do that. I can do Korean fusion, Korean Mexican fusion. Korean army stew pute jjigae? No, that's trash, man. Bibimbap is easy. That's right. Any Thai dish? Dude, pad kaprao is one of my specialties. And that is a mega banger. I know I nailed the prediction. Don't you worry about it. Don't I know it? G2 beats T1 as well. There's my next prediction. G2 top 3. Pad Kraprow. I mean, it's going to be anglicized in many different ways. It's a basil ground pork stir fry. It's like Thai street food. It is fucking delicious. And I am a god at making it. And I have my own recipe that was taught to me when I cooked in a Thai restaurant. Is that basil chicken / beef stir fried? Well, it's not beef. It's pork. It's ground pork or ground chicken traditionally. It's just so the weird thing about pad kraut with a fried egg. Yes, you know it. You wok fry the egg, so it's all crispy. So basically, I'm growing holy basil for the sole purpose of making it. Yeah, you have to grow your own holy basil. Basically, holy basil is very difficult to find. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Garmbup, for your gift subs. It's very kind of you. Is this the G2 celebration party? G2 believers party? A basic good Korean barbecue. Yeah, we look, when I'm in Korea, we'll do a ton of Korean dishes because I have a lot of access to ingredients there. Talking to YouTube chat. Have you seen anything from the games yet? No, I haven't seen anything from the games. I know the score of the series, but I haven't seen the drafts. I don't know the games. I don't know anything. Are you in the States right now? Yes. Kara K and Zhang Threeth. Not third, Threeth. Thank you for your Twitch Prime subs, guys. Appreciate it. Sasuke TV. Thank you. Wow, we got a lot of subs. Thank you, guys. You guys are so generous. All right. I'm so excited to get into this game. Because, you know, guys, there's nothing I love more in the universe than being right. And this is just vindication.
What it was with never banning Mickey's Poppy, but it should have started way earlier than this.
Yeah, and it's going to be the Orion as well. We were chatting backstage.
I was the only one predicting this one. Dom and Thor and Filthy Doubters.
It makes sense with the Poppy because more than likely it's going to be a Callisto more than likely coming through for first pick with top esports. I expect this last ban from G2 to be the Lucian. Yeah, and then you kind of force that.
All right, let's go. Okay, so no Zach for Broken Blade, no Poppy for Mickey X. We expected the Poppy bans just because it was getting to the point where G2 was just blinding the support Poppy and winning, and at that point in time, you just got to get rid of it. Messes up a lot of other drafts too. Messes up Callista first picks, so it's just worth banning it. Oriana ban down. Caps has been great on it. Rumble, remember this is a flex between top and support. And get 369, also an amazing Rumble player. Ash, so taking out Bully Lanes, taking out Jackie Love Senna. Now this does leave up. This is very interesting because you know what we got here? Draven. And Jackie and Hansama are the two big Draven players at this tournament. It's consistently banned against them both. So are we looking at Draven first pick here? Lucian also up. Which is pretty scary for Jackie Love. But if he picks Lucian, they pick Draven. So is Draven now first pick, or we first pick Talia? We first pick Varus. Okay. But Callista's still up. Oh, wow. So no Draven. Okay. Interesting. We pick up. I wonder if Tristana's just raising in priority, or if it's just because it's a contested pick between Caps and Cream. And Cream had one of his very good, his probably best game of the tournament on the Tristana. In the series versus Gen G. So he had good games on Corki and Tristana, and then some very bad games on Ari. So it also gives you mid pressure pretty much guaranteed. The Lee Sin's a little bit weird. Yeah, I can take a Zir, not really a Cream champ, but what are you going to do? Still strong in the meta. And Jin Zhao, Leona. We have seen Callista Leona from Mickey, actually. Mickey played it pretty well. So this is like a non-standard draft, but you know the Leona also punishes the low mobility of the Varus in lane, allows you to get some kill pressure. Now you can ban potentially like Nautilus, Renata Glass here, or Cassante. Okay, they're banning Braum. Interesting. And Renata, all right.
Now what's going to be the final jungle ban? We assume jungle, of course, because of the Xin Zhao lock-in.
So they're taking Vayne away, so now we have to decide if we want to blind Cassante or not. We're going to save R5 and we're going to pick Ivern. Uh-oh, they've gone full Euro.
Shout out from Domestic, but we know that Yike was a big enthusiast of the champion as well. Something we haven't seen at all here at MSI, but
NASA's support against double triple marksman to keep them crippled. I mean, NASA's support was like famously potentially a counter LS head to Callista. I don't know. It might be possible. Stream offline for you too, guys? Its stream is not offline.
I reckon. Kind of like the idea. That's the Cassante that we were expecting. Understandable here. Top esports with one of the most cookie cutter MSI 2024 drafts.
Yeah, I mean, not too exciting. So, I mean, the Vayne was, it was clear that they were banning the Vayne to either prompt a Cassante pick for some reason that we don't know what the counter pick was going to be in the top side, or so that they could just safely take the Cassante blind, which is what they get. And we're going to say the Camille. So I guess maybe they've learned from Fnatic. So it'll be Camille top side. Woo, interesting. All right, so let's talk about what this means. Grubs should be priority probably for G2 because they can 1-3-1 here. Tristana and Camille in side lanes with 6 grubs, 6 stacks would be scary. They also have pretty good engage here, pretty good front line with Daisy and Ivern and Leona. As well as good sustain if Ivern gets closer to full build. This is pretty standard, like front-to-back team fighting composition in this meta, right? You feel pretty good about top esports draft. Should have some, they've got good engage, depends on what they build. Maybe Izir probably won't go grasp in this game, but you have good engage, Xin Zhao, Nautilus, solid front lining, good damage. Right, G2 gonna have to play more of a pick comp style probably.
Is diving necessarily the goal? These AD
like to get control with Jackie Love and the top
way through this series, and I think they've already started. I think the kitchen's smelling pretty good. We'll just have to see whether it's going to work out here in game number 1. Top esports.
What are the chances of you getting co-streaming, Monty? 0. So a few things. I don't want to co-stream in the middle of the night. I also have my own shit going with bangers only and doing a different kind of content. And also, you know, Riot, it would impose restrictions on me for what I could say in the rest of my content. And they would, you know, what they do is they basically run a protection racket where they're like, shame if something were to happen to your nice co-streaming rights if you said the wrong thing. And, you know, I'm just not interested in that. I'm just say whatever the fuck I want. So.
Broken Blade picking Camille. How do I feel about that into 369? I'd be very concerned. But he has condition potential for G2.
Yeah, and I think that's
the whole world doesn't need to be in Riot's pocket, guys.
Talked about at length in interviews, saying, hey, we brought in Alfari, wanted to make sure that I could up my laning phase and make sure that I am...
No, they're not going to control what I say on my own stream or my own podcast. Nah, fuck that.
So far, we saw the stats for Zach earlier on, Atlas. You were giggling at the 80 carry level of damage that he was producing.
Yeah, what was it? Something like 750 DPM, which is a decent stat. Like, Jackie has highest in MSI right now. And he's
It's all right, guys, because we're going to do this stream this morning. And then in 3 hours, I'm going to go on the 4 Horsemen to talk about Vanguard. So that's why I'm not going to get co-streaming privileges. But it's weird. You'll notice nobody else is talking about Vanguard. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because everyone else is a co-streamer with Riot.
Taking a fully stacked explosive charge, and that is more things. It says a lot about Broken Blade, also says a lot about Zach. And was banned this time around. He's on 800. That's only 50 behind this guy's.
Faker Ward goes in at 117
It says a lot about Broken Blade,
or
also
120.
says a lot about Zach. And was banned this time around, so won't have to deal. That's only
He was producing. He won, and BB, I think he's been exceptional.
Vicky just spinning around in circles.
Like Jackie MSI right now, and he's on 800. That's only 50
What's the
behind
problem
this
with
guy's-
Vanguard? It is a kernel level anti-cheat that is always on, that can do whatever the fuck it wants to your computer, and is being installed on your computer by a Chinese corporation.
The problem is, if there's more things that they need to focus on, especially after a game like this, it'll be more difficult, as Cream already just taking a fully stacked explosive charge, and that is probably not the way you wanted to start the laning phase.
Definitely a rough start.
I mean, the U.S. government is like forcing a sale of TikTok because, you know, TikTok's a phone app, so it'd be nice if they did something about this shit.
Mickey was actually there to assist, dropped his ward as well, so they will be able to garner that information unless Tian is able to navigate his way around that. We keep our eyes on Yike, starting on the bot side, pathing up towards top, of course. He's going to be setting up those camps to be able to secure them later. And the beauty of this Ivern is if you're left uncontested, you're able to get that quick clear throughout all those camps, and you can be very active and spend a lot of time just roaming around and working with your team.
Well, we've got a Zenith Blade in towards the bottom side.
All right, so we have some early action here as we fight over the wave to hit level 2.
Spend a lot of time just roaming around and working with your
So right as they hit level 2, Mako and Jackie Love are not respecting this. Jackie Love does have cleanse, though. And they're going to start the all-in process. Okay, cleanse burned immediately. Hansama rooted down. Hansama has to cleanse. Sorry, let's look at this again. So Hansama actually cleanses off Ignite as well. Fishstall. Good morning, hope all is well. Did you check the scoreline before you watch the series? I did. So the way that it works for me, guys, is usually, almost always, I haven't seen the games. And I'll tell you if I have seen them. I have not seen the drafts. I don't know anything about the individual games. I never know who wins each individual games, but I do know the scoreline.
Trying to keep him at bay, but Hansama taking so much damage. Jackie gonna have to back away as Mako's flashing. Immediate flash to follow from Hansama, and there's first side of the map. Mickey trying to keep him at bay, but Hansama taking so much damage. Jackie gonna have to back away as Mako.
So they do hit level 2, but Mako gets too low, has a million spears in him. Rend gets the kill.
2v2, this was a top esports win condition, and they're getting crushed.
This is not the way it's supposed to go at all in the bottom side of the map.
Hansama got really good value out of his cleanse there.
Keep him at bay, but
able to get that quick clear throughout all those camps, and you can be very active and spend a lot of time just roaming around and working with your team.
well, we've got a Zenith.
The thing about it is that because the Ignite goes down here, so he actually doesn't cleanse the root. He waits to cleanse the Ignite.
Keep him at bay, but Hansama taking so much damage. Jackie gonna have
Meanwhile,
to
Jackie Love
Mako's flashing.
Jackie Love do the same thing.
Well, we've got a Zenith Blade in towards the bottom side of the map. Mickey trying
No,
to
actually, Jackie Love doesn't. So Mickey actually staggers the stun with the Ignite, so cleanse is already used.
to follow from Hansama, and then
There we go.
blood in the 2v2. This was a top esports win condition, and they're getting crushed.
This is not the way it's supposed to go at all in the bottom side of the map.
My bingo card's upside down.
Hans and Mickey getting the 2v2 first blood is huge because we already looked at mid. Caps having that early advantage.
A lethal tempo difference, true.
Mickey just executes Jackie Love.
Nice job, Mickey. His Leona in the last game he played, it was really good too. But, I mean, the level 2 diff was pretty significant.
Sorry, is this Hans and Mickey or Hans and Ignar?
That's what I was thinking.
Fervor Leona's back, baby.
Yeah, I don't know what Jackie was thinking there, because I think we all knew that
Jackie is so silly, dude.
Blood is huge because we already looked at mid.
It's so disrespectful. The Hex Flash duty. Oh, dude.
Two first blood is huge.
It's so funny. The Hex Flash comes up. Mickey X sees the angle, and the flash goes through, but the hitbox, that's a little sus on the hitbox. I'm going to put it out there, guys. I guess it hit him before he flashed. It hit him before he flashed, and it followed through.
Mickey just executes Jackie Love.
He overstays trying
It landed before he flashed, yep.
He
I agree with that.
believes Hans and Mickey have gone back to base, and the Hex Flash catches Jackie off guard.
Sorry, is this Hans and Mickey or Hans and Ignar?
That's what I was thinking.
You can tell because of he flashed too late. You can see the particle from her E coming out.
I don't know what Jackie was thinking there, because I think we all knew that it was going to be a Hex Flash angle in theory, but wanted to try and get as much of the farm as he could. Caps now able to get himself out of there. Does manage to get that rocket jump off. Good win becomes lightning from Tien, just to make sure that he gets a little bit of damage down, and they do manage to at least make things okay in the mid lane, but the bottom lane is on fire.
So both teams actually hit level 2. Well, actually, Jackie Love and Mako a little bit after. Good job on Mako to help secure that for his team. Initial promising trade onto Hansson, but then he creates enough space from Jackie Love, uses the cleanse to dodge the ignite as well, and then the flash commit from Hans, nicely secured, means that G2 get themselves a 2v2 victory, and it's not just one, it's two.
And you can see there, because you end up cleansing the ignite, it works out super well on the bot side, but now top end.
Wow, thank you, anonymous gifter for the 10 subs. You guys are very generous today. Thank you very much.
Not quite able to land it, and 369 will be okay, but does have to use the ghost.
This wave is in a bit of a unfortunate spot for 369. Really would like to get a crash, so you can see BB going to start to clear out some of these back minions, so they maybe can look for some sort of freeze.
Thank you,
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
Mr. Anon.
This is a very explosive early game. I was not expecting this to kick off the way it has.
It's almost feeling like it's a little bit upside down.
Yeah, the Ivern's going to be really interesting, too, for the Tristana later. Look at the brush placement. Look how annoying this is. Look how fucking annoying this is versus a Tristana in lane. Look how fucking annoying this is. Petition to use the soundboard to get the editor to cut them out in the VOD. You know the real tragedy of the soundboard is that I route my soundboard. So Twitch, right, has a different VOD track, so they're not in the Twitch VODs because I can route my soundboard through a second audio channel. And like I route my sub alerts through that as well. But YouTube doesn't let me do that. Cribbly, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
With the bottom lane going so well for G2, I think that this game is feeling much better than even they were probably expecting.
What's crucial now is jungle involvement on the bot side of the map. There are no summoners here at all. Top esports can quite easily swing this matchup if Tian can find a nice game. And that's why being able to control this wave is going to be super important. Broken Blade, he's not too concerned. You look at the vision on the top side. He knows he's not at any risk of a gank right now. He should be able to secure this.
Nan Angulo, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
As now, the gank we were talking about appearing in bots.
Yeah, there it is once again. Yike turning up, and Hans Armour, he is hopping mad. Jackie, nowhere he can go. Mako just going to have to walk away from it.
I mean, Jackie has cleanse up shortly, but didn't have it for that fight, so now we can just get free Drakes.
Mako was positioned, he'd set up for the play, but now BB needs to get out of here.
Nice little shield there, does Broken Blade. Now underneath his turret, Tien just biding his time, finally does just hold that wave.
Ivern's so strong, dude. Daisy's so strong. Let's see if Chinese teams know what Daisy does. Sometimes teams don't know. My favorite thing about Ivern is that sometimes teams don't know what he does, and so they like walk up into Daisy in a choke and get like 3 men knocked up. It's hilarious.
He's just going to try and deny the assist, and that will be successful at least.
It's all you can really do in that situation. Doesn't burn the flash, knows that he doesn't have the slingshot available as well, so just decides to back it on up. G2 will get Dragon in response, but at least it's something back for top esports.
I mean, G2 need to be concerned about how strong this Cassante could become later on. We saw how they were able to manage it when they played.
Been following since the OGN days. Thanks, man.
You are able to shred through those tanks. So
we got some banger games today. We'll be doing BOD reviews every single day until MSI is over, so I'll be doing all the rest of the matches, guys. Should be really fun. So now's the time to follow and subscribe for maximum Monty value. Streaming on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, maybe streaming on TikTok soon. The dream. Dude, my TikTok's been popping off, guys. My TikTok has been popping off. Follow me on TikTok, GG MonteCristo.
Getting that quick reset off means he'll be able to come back into lane first. You can push out, which is why you're seeing G2 immediately start up the void groups, because they know if Cream gets.
Did Caps expose Creme inexperience? Creme? Yes, probably. Having TikTok. Well, you know, as a 37-year-old man, I also feel bad about having TikTok, but I also like to be successful in the year 2024. So we have TikTok. We have Instagram. If you prefer that, I'm on Instagram. You can look at my reels. It's exactly the same thing.
Yep, Tien does get the bad news that they're being taken, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about it. Although G2 are giving a lot of respect here.
Caps had to go back to base. Dagda was just talking about it, right? The fact that Cream is able to come back out on the map means that
OnlyFans soon.
But at the end of the day, G2 is not too upset about that. If they can get 4, then their sieging power is already going to be enhanced. If they're able to get 5, that'll be even better, of course. But first dragon secured for G2, 2 grubs off the back of that. They're not going to be complaining.
Still though, Kantama now alone in the spot side will give a little bit of push power to Jackie Love, so he's able to get a place. Realistically, I think you're going to be looking to see how Yike influences on the bottom side of the map again, because with Dragon and
TikTok is banned in the US. Nah, they have to divest themselves. We'll see if it actually happens or not. I bet TikTok will sue them and win.
369 going aggressive here towards his top side of the map. Doesn't find the third Q. Still goes all out though. His hook shot, max range there from Broken Blade gets him out of there just fine. In the meantime, here towards the bottom side of the map, you've got more action. Zenith Blade gets Mickey in there. A lot of damage onto Mako, but it's returned onto Hans Sama as well. Yike coming down. Trigger Seed not going to land.
Jackie Love is 1 minion off of 6. If he had had that in that last fight, that could have been a 1 team fight, or a 1 skirmish, I should say, for top esports. G2 playing within a very narrow window, and you'll see as he secures this minion, that tick over means this forest is now a lot more threatening.
I think it will give good advantages to G2 though. With the cleanse being down, you've got the opportunity for Mickey to try and play for that on a repeat play, and especially.
All right, so we've all been about the bot lane so far. Pretty good advantage for 369 though. There was a good gank by Tian onto the top side, but pressure in mid has been absolutely huge. This is a tough matchup for Azir, by the way, because starting just, you know, immediately, basically the Tristana can just jump on top of the Azir in early levels and trade really effectively using rocket jump aggressively. So this matchup is real shit for Azir. You lose pressure. The all-in potential is huge in the early levels. It should be a little bit better now.
Alongside the fleet footwork means that he's going to be able to ramp that back up. Mickey, of course, as we know, the primary carry in the bot lane gets funneled that gold, as you would expect. 1-0-2 scoreline for him. But G2, a 1k gold lead, I think to the surprise of many, given that 2 out of the 3 Analyst S members did predict top esports to win.
Is Triss Sleeper OP? I mean, I think Tristan is really strong right now.
We'll see if top esports.
I think Pryo should be up on it for the rest of the tournament, which is good for Gen G. Caps is so good at buffering rocket jump too. Uh-oh, here comes Daisy. Oh, cold. That was cold. Now, did we have to potentially use flash there? Probably not, so he flashes. Right, and then we see the follow flash coming in, but he's already buffered his ult. Sick. Caps pooping. Oh, does Daisy just go to town on Cream? We actually don't see what Daisy's doing, but Glacial Augment goes off, and so Daisy's just punching. Hansama uses both summoners, but whatever, it's hilarious. He flashes and then buffers. He buffers the ulti. I've never seen that before. Fucking Caps and his Tristana mechanics, dude. Caps makes the Tristana rocket jump buffers look so clean too. By the way, I'm still pissed that this skin is not called Allen Iverson. I'm still pissed. God, he's so good at buffering these abilities. I didn't even know you could buffer R like that.
Lane is on the way, flashes over the wall, Buster shot because he still keeps the vision because
that's sick.
Over the wall, and then the slow Buster shot because he still keeps the vision because Yike is over the wall, and then the slow from the seed, the shield on the Yike on his ultimate the wall. Buffers. I think it is insane though to see how well
Caps is just so good at Tristana mechanics. Look at this. Cream tries to engage. He buffers with rocket jump. The ultimate coming in from Azir. Then he's got some help from Yike here, right? Caps gonna come back out, try for a couple more autos. He flashes the damage on the E engage from Tian and then buffers his ultimate to knock Tian over the wall after Tian flashes. Meanwhile, Daisy just going to town on Cream because Cream doesn't respect the Daisy damage. Gets hit by a Q from Callista, and G2 with a big win in the mid lane.
While that was happening, of course, 369 forcing the all
And that,
in
guys,
Broken Blade.
yeah, I make it. You know it. I'm making a TikTok right there. I flagged it for my editor. This is the new meta, guys. I'm sorry.
The armor over to 369 is working out very nicely for Mako.
Fucking deal with it.
Non-aggressive. There is the deal.
There's a YouTube short, TikTok / Instagram reel. Deal with it.
Break onto Mako, who's now taking a lot of damage. Is that explosive?
I do it live.
Go off, Cream, though?
This is what streaming skill looks like, guys. I find the moments,
For the moment.
analyze it, then give it back to you in a minute, easily digestible form. I'm learning the Neo stream meta, guys.
Does make him quite vulnerable in these plays. I think top esports going to have to try and play very safe for their mid laner.
Buffered the TikTok pog.
Keep moving on in. Gets a whole bunch of information, but not going to look for an engage just yet. Arrow going to go wide.
But you love it. You know, that's a nice little succinct YouTube short for you guys later if you're smart enough to be subscribed to my YouTube channel.
He is just up slightly before 369, so if they've time to ride his G2, they
Why do I even watch the streams? Gonna download TikTok now? Because you know what? There's a lot of fun stuff we do on the stream that isn't in TikTok.
Yep, maybe also now just turning back.
We'll pick probably 2 or 3 clips from the stream and tick the talk.
They are now looking for the rear exit. And TES will make
Uh-oh, they're looking for the rear exit.
involved first as the dragon going down very low. In goes Mickey. Solar Flare is
Oh, we don't know what Daisy does. Top Esports does not know what Daisy does, guys. We questioned this. The brush line is already set up.
getting involved first.
Daisy's right here. Daisy is fighting into 2 mid lane champions and Jackie Love, who's suspiciously, or melee champions, and Jackie Love, who's suspiciously melee with Varus because he wants to get hit by Glacial Augment. They don't know what Daisy does, guys. They've been bamboozled. They're walking up into melee range of Daisy for no reason, and they're all getting hit by Glacial Augment. These guys have no clue what Ivern does.
Solar Flare is going to land and
They have no clue what Ivern does.
Solar immediately. Tien is dead and now Jackie
That is so troll, guys.
Caps is on the board. Mako now just a reset away and the Goomba stops will continue. Caps just going to finish up a
I told you guys, a lot of times when teams play Ivern, if you don't play Ivern in that region, teams do not know what Ivern does. They don't know what Ivern does. And they don't know what Daisy does in particular. The fucking disrespect on Daisy's name. Look at this.
and TES will make their way
Why is Jackie Love melee against Daisy?
getting involved first as
Look, they just all get hit by Glacial. Look at this. They all get hit by Glacial. Mickey X goes in after the Glacial Augment procs.
the dragon going down very low.
Then they just get stun locked with everything. Jackie, what the fuck is Jackie Love doing?
Involved first as the dragon going
He gets Glacial. He's trying to like auto weave, but he's just standing on Glacial. He's procced his Hail of Blades, but Mickey X
Solar Flare
just fucking
is
ease him.
There goes the jungler immediately. Tien is dead and now Jackie
He uses all of his he uses his cleanse. He doesn't flash out of Glacial Augment. Like what the fuck, man? Top is playing so bad.
just going to finish off a bunch of extra kills. Han Sama gets his
Nymira,
the game.
Top Esports doesn't know what Daisy does. They don't know. They lack the critical information. they literally just 3-man walk up into melee range for Daisy.
esports as well. They're playing incredibly.
I mean, Hansama silencing a lot of the doubters right now. 4-0 and 2. We look at the initiation. It's
Like, look at this.
Mickey on the front line.
It's so funny. The Glacial Augment proc into Leona ult, into Leona E. Caps just jumps in, gets the reset. Why is Cream going in? Caps buffers the Azir ult again and then just cleans it up. Holy shit, top looks so bad.
Tank that a little bit too much and ends up going down as a result.
369's like, hey guys, what the fuck is going on down there? 369's like, team? Team?
Mickey and Co on this top side. 369 is so low.
Hookshot not quite getting
What are
it
the
done.
generic sub alerts from Streamlabs? What do you mean?
Just waiting in the wings, just looking to get some extra plates before
I think they're for my
There's
YouTube
30
subs.
seconds left on those, and they will be able to grab a few last-minute ones.
So the swap coming through.
At least TS killed Daisy.
Atlas just primarily looking to funnel some plates into this bot.
This will be a lucrative series for you because there'll be a lot of YouTube shortable moments. And I'm going to watch every one of them. Hell yeah. Damn, Monty, your TikTok is actually I told you guys my tip to TikTok is popping.
Kills to 1.
I wasn't lying. I've done like 500,000 views in the last like 2 weeks.
Jackie Love was put behind. Top esports to overall 8 kills to 1.
I wasn't familiar with your game. I wouldn't lie to you about my TikTok popping.
A 1k goal lead in mid, and G2 overall into the spot lane. A 1.9k goal lead for Hans Summer. Going for
03 Jackie Love. Double lift was right, guys. Double lift was right. Does my YouTube Shorts have all the TikTok stuff? Yeah, it's all the same shit. So does Instagram. My Instagram is actually popping off even more than my TikTok, believe it or not. That's because all the boomers are still on Instagram. All my boomer fans. We're still working on the Zoomers.
Obviously, the rest of top esports can have games that they don't rely on Jackie Love to win, but putting him behind never really helps them.
But 369 isn't going to be great either.
He is not going to be having the greatest of times still. He's Cassante, so struggles to be in too many dangerous positions, just with the fact that he is that champion.
Is Caps the mid laner with the widest champion pool in the entire tournament? I mean, no, but maybe he's very well suited to the current meta. I mean, Chovy and Knight are still here, guys. Come on. Let's look. I predicted G2 to win. I'm happy G2 won. It's hype. Caps is playing really well, but like let's dial it back a little bit. Let's dial it back. We all love Caps. Caps is amazing. Knight and Chovy are still better than Caps.
G2, I do like the amount of win conditions this composition has, because you can play for side lanes like you were talking about, but I do really like their team fight as well. The amount of pick potential on a single target is just ridiculous, and that starts all of those resets going. I think in 5v5s it works out. And
if they beat T1, I think they will beat T1. I think G2 will beat T1. We'll see what T1 looks like. I'm not going to save. I'm going to save my prediction until we see what they look like versus TL tomorrow. But I think on the rematch we see the G2 win.
But if you do, she just is annoying. Like she's like a mini Cassante in a way because of her triple knockback, right? Hey, yeah. So
thoughts on the veteran LPL as a one-team region talk? I mean, he's just memeing, right? Whatever. It's just a joke after people said Europe was a one-team region, which they are. Is LPL a one-team region? No. Obviously, like top esports looked a lot worse this tournament than they did in China. Like Cream's individual performance was a lot lower. It's his first international, you know, whatever. 369 also hasn't looked as good as he did domestically. Tian has been surprisingly good. I think Tian, like, you know, fucked Canyon up in that series. I think Tian was by far the best jungler in the series versus Genji.
369 going aggressive. Yike going to turn up in the nick of time, though. The hookshot comes down. There's the Hextech ultimatum Q. That's going to get him out of there with the all-out. As now 369 just going to get taken down. Tian going to get the flash out from Yike, but that might be all he gets as Daisy's getting amongst it. Now Caps will finally turn up. The ultimate's going to be there, but it's not going to save it. Tian going to get the in the nick of time, though.
All right, 369 overextended, gets ulted by the Camille, gets pushed out of the Camille ult by the Cassante ult, and they keep going in, and they're trying to disrespect Daisy again. Why are we this deep? Caps just annihilating everybody because he's giga fed. All right, well, whatever. Man, Caps' Tristana mechanics are so fucking clean, it's crazy.
Means that top esports trying to protect their top laner, trying to turn something around, results in another 3 kills for G2. Incredible positioning from Caps. He plays the team fight perfectly, and he wipes top esports off the map once more.
And now you've got 35 seconds until the next dragon is up. That's going to be 3rd dragon for G2. And honestly, with the Rift Herald in tow as well, you just get...
Yeah, Chovy's not a known Orianna player. It's true. Orianna's never been Chovy's champ, but it's fine. I mean, he has tons of champs in this meta. I mean, does he honestly need anything that isn't, you know, Aurelion Sol?
He's the one that defined shellacking. And I think that we're pretty close to shellacking territory, and that's not what I was expecting for this series. I think a lot of people thinking that this one was going to be very, very close. This is not looking close at all.
I mean, not to talk past this game that much, but G2 have introduced another curveball with the Ivern. You know, there was the Rek'Sai, there's the Zac, there's all these picks that teams are finding ways to deal with, the Poppy being the other big one. And now they've just introduced another one.
I thought that was a Fate's call. Oh, but it wasn't. He was just
I'm
going
curious how
into the
top
rip barrel.
esports adapt as the series goes on. Of course, they still have a chance.
Do you think banning Chovy is a legit angle? No.
As we did mention, the scaling still feels like it's in favor of
You
G2
can't ban
as the series
Chovy.
The
goes on.
big adaptation I want to see is... Oh, hang on.
Oh, 369 could be in trouble yet again. Broken Blade, though, not quite winning the trade just yet. Needs this Tristana to turn up as rocket jump just to get him amongst it. Q going to miss, though, thankfully, because of a
So squishy after ult, so pretty easy to take down the Cassante. Mickey X is getting caught in the middle. Oh my god, dude, Daisy just doing insane work again.
Q going to miss, though, thankfully, because of a hook shot, and Broken Blade gets out.
So Leona, absolutely impossible to kill. So the thing is, once Leona's W procs and Aftershock procs, you can't kill her. She's literally standing in the middle of 4 people, but it doesn't matter. Why is everybody melee versus Daisy? Why is... Oh my god, I didn't even see this. Yike has 17 Magi stacks? Oh my lord. They 2v4 with an Ivern and a Leona because everyone is standing melee versus Daisy. And Mickey has Aftershock and Leona W proc. That's hilarious.
Mickey diving in one more time. I'm not sure about that one, but he's battle Leona, and Broken Blade at the flank angle. Jackie will be taken down, and now top esports.
Dude, Daisy MVP of this game.
He's knocked up.
Lol. Look, they disrespect Daisy so hard. They keep going in. Why do they keep going in? Okay, now they're autoing Daisy. Daisy gets a shield.
Mickey diving in one more time. I'm not sure.
Knock up. Oh my god, Mickey just going in. How do they win this? This is so crazy. Oh, well, Broken Blade's here now, so it's definitely over. Well, guys, Daisy's still there. Daisy knocking up again.
Daisy's gone ridiculous, and Daisy's gone on that challenge.
25 stacks on Mejai's. This game is so funny. Dude, this is just Daisy MVP.
But somehow they make it work. They get the kills. BB comes in to save the day, and G2 are taking over everything on the map. Caps though.
Yeah, that buffer not quite working out here as 269 does have his claws in the Tristana. There's the flash. The Mega Cone should get the Tristana out of there, and it will.
G2 though finding fights across the board. Caps moving up to help support BB.
Daisy knockup going through Jin R. Well, Jin R prevents damage, guys.
On the top side play
All right.
prevents anything from happening. And then this is the engage that we missed.
I want to see what happened in this bot lane.
But with Cream coming in over the side, there's nothing up to help support BB on the top.
All right, guys. On the latest episode of Top Esports Doesn't Know What Daisy Does, we have this engage in the mid lane. Cream slides in. They use Nautilus ult on Hansama. Daisy comes out. They scoop Hansama back in. So it's only Ivern and Mickey X. However, Yike has a Mejai's and a bunch of stacks right now. He ends with 25. And once you see this, Mickey X comes in. He's got Aftershock and Leona W proc, so he just can't die. And the high AP from Yike just clears them over the wall. Daisy gets a million knockups in this fight. Broken Blade's going to TP in. And then get focus onto Jackie Love. Then we go in one more time. And are you ready for another Daisy knockup? Here we go. Daisy knockup right there onto Jin Zhao. Finished off. Double kill for Broken Blade on the Camille. Beautiful. Yike. 25 Mejai stacks. You love to see it. Redo, you fucked up. Nah.
This is just great from G2.
I said Oscar because I'm used to him playing Camille this tournament.
Like, yes, we've got a push from 369 on top side, but if we can match that, we can always have BB come in with the teleport to answer for the 4v4 on bottom side, and you can just play around the strength of...
Should have been a play-by-play caster, guys.
Well, it's a 7,000 gold lead now, and as we have a look at the state of the game, it's 3.5 minutes until the next Dragon. Top Esports, we're grouped towards that bottom side, but I think this Baron is going to be the next port of call for G2. They're so far ahead that even though it is very early in the game, it is still going to be something that they can look towards, especially with the composition that they have.
G2 could honestly win with Oscar in this match. Look, I think Broken Blade's been playing great, but Oscar would probably honestly be doing better on the Camille. However, Oscar doesn't know how to look across the map to TP, so he wouldn't have made that TP play.
25. There are 25 stacks.
That's a pretty large amount of stacks.
Dude, the bush with the super fed Tristana is so scary now.
Yeah, it's 25. Okay, good.
The brush, the mysterious Ivern brushes containing 25 stack Ivern plus Tristana are so terrifying. I mean, this hasn't even been a macro game, guys. This has literally just been G2 outplaying top esports in all of these skirmishes.
Going to land onto Caps. He still has the rocket jump available, uses it after the depth charge, and now you can see Mickey absorbing so much. Fate's call was always there though, so G2.
Project Zeta, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. There's actually not a lot of analysis to do. We're just appreciating the micro and the mechanics, really. This is just G2 out mechanicking and also top esports having no idea what Ivern does as a champion. I'm hoping for the forbidden Ivern Kate brush tech with the lane swap. What are you talking about? Get the brushes into headshots.
So they're not only splitting, but they're also threatening the Baron. 4-man strong on the objective. Vision now does go over to top esports, so they know what's going on, but there are bushes everywhere. In goes Cream, finds the Mega Cobra. Caps has once again buffered the rocket jump. He goes golden to keep himself alive, and now it's top.
All right, this was a little bit too far, guys. This was a little bit too far. He buffers, dude. How is Caps buffering the Azir ult every time? I mean, Camille's not here, so this is kind of trolled by G2, honestly. They're happy gaming at this point in time. They know they're so far ahead. He buffers it again. What a monster this guy is. They finally killed Ivern. They took away his Medjais. They took his book. It's all right, full health Camille. Caps is still here. Let's get some resets. Caps. No, he just walks away. He's like, I'm leaving. That was silly, but somehow out of this, Cap still gets tier 2 mid lane, so they're cooking. I like how Caps just slowly walks away from the fight.
Top esports showing their resilience in this game.
Still they're going to lose an inner turret here as Caps just
still pretty good.
Takes that one out. And now a teleport forward as Broken Blade looking for TN. Mako is here, lands himself the hook. Caps now.
Caps is at 1 HP. Dude, Caps again looks at this, and then he immediately just pieces out. He's like, Broken Blade via Condios.
What is going on?
I don't know, guys.
This isn't over. Caps has TP. They're just going to come back to the Baron. They just killed.
I agree. I mean, this is a good call. This is a good call. You kill Tian, you go back to the Baron, fine.
It's our plan.
It's definitely our plan.
Over. Caps has TP.
What was Tian doing there? Tian is trying to steal their red buff in a jungle that is warded, and they keep pinging him, and then they TP in. And Broken Blade just gets on top of Tian was trying to steal the global red buff. And he cannot fight a Camille that is 2 levels higher than him. Shocking news. It's all right. They almost got red buff, though. Worth. Hashtag worth. I mean, you know they're Tian actually trolling. This is what Tian does, though. This is, guys, Tian has been too good this tournament. We were due for the Tian int game. This is it. We were due for it. Dude, he literally just sacks the game for red buff. They're probably going to lose anyway, obviously, but that's pretty sad.
Caps on the flank as well means the G2, they got what they wanted. The Baron is secured. The Dragon Soul in 30 seconds.
Can I paste an edited Cassante copy pasta for Daisy? Sure. That sounds funny. I appreciate that. Wow, guys, I have 2,000 viewers across platforms. That's not good for K-Drill, but it's great for MonteCristo. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching. This is fun. This is Daisy, a champion with 4,700 HP and 201 MR. Has knock up, a shield. It goes over walls. And Glacial Augment. Do you know the scoreline? I do. I don't know anything else, though. I don't know drafts. I don't know. I mean, obviously, because I know the scoreline in this series, I know who wins which games, but oftentimes I don't know. If it's like, you know, obviously, if it's 4 or 5 games, I don't know who wins which game at the start. Tian just trolling. Tian actively trolling. This is just Tian things, by the way. He just gets caught out. Well. Well. Daisy just fisting him inside of Crescent Guard.
And now we got 6 minutes until an Elder as G2 walk down with their cool new Chemtech Soul.
And what the hell does this mean for the series now? Because you got what you want in top esports. Jackie Love on Varus has been your bread and butter. Cream.
Dude, I can't believe, guys, I cannot believe that Drake fight where they literally charge into melee range versus Daisy and just take a glacial augment proc. So terrible.
They look dizzy. Like G2 have completely wiped them here.
I think there's a certain Yordle gunner that I think is going to have a little bit of higher priority as this series goes on. We know it's so good for Cream, and Caps is just having a day out.
Who do you think will win, Genji versus BLG? I think BLG probably has a slight advantage. I think their Genji's macro is better, but their Canyon's been playing real bad. So if Canyon was playing well, I'd predict Genji, but it depends on how hard Chovy can carry, I think. It's going to be a great series, though. I'm very excited. Do you give TL a chance versus T1? I'd say TL will win a game. I think 3-1 T1.
They've got to be thinking about game 2 now. Baron still 30 seconds left.
He might have played BLG in a lane swap once or twice. Yeah, Nymira, that's true. Their lane swaps have been evolving. The evolution of their Vayne lane swap from the Fnatic game to the top esports game was really good, I thought. All right, well, the knock-up again onto 369. Okay, well, you killed one, but there's a lot more, and now there's a Daisy, and they're all full HP. So, I mean, Jackie Love did get Serpent's Fang, which is good. I mean, against this very fed, shielding Ivern. You know, the Serpent's Fang does have a lot of value, but they're too far behind. Dude, Leona's just so stupidly tanky with Aftershock and, what is it? What's her W called? Eclipse?
So he did actually have to walk his way out, and they will now go for a reset.
2 inhibitors down. I love the resilience that we're seeing from top esports, still able to find these picks where they can. We look back at this, Caps.
Do you think Kha'Zix should be played more into Jhin? No, actually, I hate it, but I think it's too predicated on the Jhin Zhao playing badly, and Kha'Zix kind of just sucks, has no CC, no nothing. I actually don't like it I didn't like it when Canyon did that in the LCK finals. Wasn't a fan.
Cream puts himself in a dangerous position as well, and if you're going 1-for-1 and you're this far ahead with every other lane at the same time, it's definitely a good news story. And as you can see, the base in absolute tatters. G2 now moving towards this bottom side. 369. He might be Cassante, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. And Caps, wow, okay, yeah, that's a well, not really.
Well, I mean, it's a tank with that's a tank with Kraken Slayer, LDR, and Cutdown, and a 7-kill Tristana. So it's not really a tank.
Caps has one of those, and a whole bunch of other items as well.
I know you don't really have any other backup tank. Yes, you've kind of got Mako, but when you're only level 10 versus this onslaught from G2, how do you try and defend this?
You'll notice Broken Blade walking in the mid wave as
Tristana
well.
just fucking in the brush. Ivern brush, so annoying.
Broken Blade even threatening an end on this Camille. Here they go.
Yeah, there he goes. They do manage to find a stun onto Cream with the Solar Flare, but the Zenith Blade is going to miss. Hook from Mako, though, puts him in, but out of threat for the moment. And G2, they're just going to be focused on making sure that this is as impossible as possible to actually defend.
Pretty clean from G2. I mean, they're playing really deliberately outside of that Baron throw, which they immediately recovered from due to the Tian throw. Caps is too good at this Trist, dude. That's fucking crazy. Well, pretty sloppy start from top esports, honestly. Like, they were really disrespecting the level 2 all-in from Hansama and Mickey X, which is weird because obviously that's going to be a big threat with Leona Callista. That's a very all-in bot lane at level 2, but they hit level 2 first, immediately punished, and then top esports has no idea what to do about Daisy. Well, I guess you just keep picking Ivern. Why not, guys? Why not? I would keep picking Ivern. It looks fucking broken because top esports is just terrible into it.
into the draft once again, and no side changes or anything like that. And we'll see whether this draft is going to be different. And already Ballista taken away, and the Varus going to be the response as far as that ban.
Okay, so we're back to banning Callista. It's like Europe all over again. Is Draven going to be up this game too? So we're banning Varus, even though we did very well. Poppy, Callista. The problem is now here's the issue, guys. When we talk about G2, the Zac is so good for them. So what do you deal with here? You have to ban the Poppy. You have to ban the Zac if you can't play the Zac. And then, like, what's your last ban? Because remember, they banned Ori, right, against Cap. Cap's a very good Ori. Now we know, I mean, his Triss looks fucking amazing. Obviously, there's the Draven. You know? It feels like Draven's getting picked this game, guys. It feels like Draven's getting picked this game because now we have Varus and Callista banned as well. So we've opened up a lot of mid lane picks here. All right, so Draven, I mean, Draven is not first pick worthy, guys. I was right. It is just why I think that is because it's these two players, Hans Sama and Jackie Love, who are the Draven players of this tournament. And we have 480 carry bans. And Hans Sama has to prove himself on Lucian, maybe. They did it, guys. I was wondering why we didn't get the Braum in the last one. They went run out of glass, which I thought was a pretty big mistake.
We did see the Cogmol already, but it was with the Renata.
Yeah, the Renata Cog lane was not it versus T1.
That's what I hated.
But we're back to the Cog Braum, which is something that G2 really knows how to play. So Guma, Draven player too? Yes, he is, but he's not as famous a Draven player as Hans or Jackie Love. He doesn't draw as many Draven bans. It's like every game against top esports in G2, Draven is banned. Random Corki. It is a little weird to prio the Corki here, but Cream has been good on the Corki, better than he was on the Azir. And I guess we're good. I mean, Cream had a really good Corki game against Genji. Yeah, LBL Corki, obviously a meme, guys, but I think it's justified. His best performances have been on Tristan Corki this tournament. They're going to take Jarvan here, so the Rumble threat is real. We're going to ban Rumble now, potentially, for G2. They did it last game. I think you do ban Rumble, second round of bans. You don't want them hot-potting your Kog'Maw. Okay, Tristan. They're not going to... If they don't ban Ivern, they're trolling. They have to ban Rumble. G2 has to ban Rumble. Come on, let's do it. Yep. Okay, they ban Rumble. They ban Ivern. Yes. Agreed. Thresh. So the reason why, they don't want to Thresh here, make a very good Thresh player, but they don't want to Thresh like lanterning out this Draven. They want to be able to focus him if he steps forward. Range advantage pretty huge for Kog'Maw and Trist right now. And we've talked a lot about this in this meta, but range advantage is really important right now. And the question is, what are you going to get to follow up on Draven engage? Because this feels pretty disjointed. Like Corki Draven is kind of, or Corki Jarvan rather, is kind of a weird combo, unless you have package, because then you can use package like a Rumble ults, right? So you could still hotpot somebody, you just do it with package instead. But range advantage huge for Cog Trist, especially the later the game goes on.
How crazy is it that every game G2 somehow single game?
But I think that's always the beauty of G2.
So Cassante is going to come out again for top esports, or they're trying to bait the Cassante pick here. So they have. I think what's going on right now with the Vayne is that basically top esports wants them to pick Cassante here because they have some counter pick. They have some mystery counter pick that we're not seeing.
To make sure that they're able to work in different,
or they get Cassante, which they feel comfortable with. Also, the Vayne ban is pretty funny. As your point, Indun, Vayne ban when they're already 280 carries. I do think it's unlikely they would pick Vayne here. Cog does a decent amount of mixed damage, though. So we need an AP jungler. Lilia's not banned this time. Maokai? Maokai feels really good here. Or we could do Rek'Sai. Yike is a known Rek'Sai. He is the Rek'Sai jungler of MSI so far. So are we doing an AP top? Is this a Gwen angle? Is this Gwen into Cassante counterpick time? Renata Glask is bad. Renata Glask is super bad, I think. Draven Renata is a strong lane, but the Renata, like, against the range, like, do you even ever hit your ult?
Does, forgive my ignorance, but does Renata ultimate get blocked by Braum E, or does it just go over it?
I don't know the answer to that either.
I think it goes over.
It goes over, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it would get blocked by Braum shield. That doesn't make any sense. It blocks it? Wait, what? Oh my god, guys. Well, that is mysterious. But Renata will be good in lane with Draven. Renata will be good in lane with Draven. So maybe lane swap time for G2. Braum gets affected, but not people behind him. Well, I mean, that's pretty good. Corki can blow it super early. Yeah, I mean, a big one, you know, there, to be fair, guys, I think Nymir is right. It's not so binary, right? Because there's a lot of things for Braum to block, like Corki rockets, Draven ult, right? Or you can use Renata ult to force out the Braum shield, and then you actually have poke, right? But it still feels really bad to have the range here. All right, where are we going? Is this Gwen time?
I mean, I hope we'll get to see the interaction. But I was wondering
Gwen feels pretty amazing here, I think. I think Gwen is really good.
Against the shield wall, it would be
all right.
But the Twisted Fate going to come out. So again, G2 going with a multi-carry, a threat approach. Funnily enough, coming into this tournament, the team that I would associate this playstyle with was T1. They were the type of team that would always...
Yeah, so there's a lot for Braum to block here. So I don't think it's as black and white, and standard lanes probably feel pretty good. The reason why the Twisted Fate is good here is that you, at least if you get standard lanes, you have a winning lane in top because you have the ranged matchup into Cassante with the Twisted Fate. I kind of like Gwen here, honestly, for G2. I think Gwen is pretty strong, but maybe they just don't want to play it. Twisted Fate is very good here, though. Twisted Fate is very good. So the reason why Twisted Fate is good, so even though obviously we lack AP damage, I think here's the theory. So when we talk about Lucian or Draven, at this tournament in particular, teams have been doing different things because Lucian and Draven have to step up in the mid and late game to poke. So it is very important that these guys get poke damage down at the start of a team fight. And we've seen it. Like, remember, Paze's Draven was like chunking people with an axe for like 1,000 damage, or Lucian steps up and he does the culling, or like a good trade with Nami buffs, right? Now, the counters to this, you need some sort of targeted ability to deal with this. So Twisted Fate, TF with RFC, has been one of the answers to this, so you can get a gold card down. Like, this is why... Okay, we're going to go back and talk about draft theory a little bit. This is why in the game, for example, that T1 played against BLG. BLG played this so well because they picked the Lucian, right? Then they baited out the TF, and then they counterpicked it with Jackson topside. But you need answers to what happens to this Draven if he steps up. And the answers here are very good. Like, Draven has to play some hardcore DDR this game, because he's going to have to, he can't DDR. He has to take cleanse, basically, I think. He has to take cleanse. You can't DDR the gold card, right, with rapid fire cannon. And the longer the game goes on, because of Triss passive, the longer the range gets. You have Kog'Maw W, so you're going to take guaranteed damage. You're dodging Braum Qs that are flying at your face. You have to dodge Rek'Sai engage. So, and, Kog does some mixed damage. It's not, like, obviously the armor stacking in a long game is going to be concerning, but Draven is going to have a really hard time ever playing this game because range is king right now, guys. Range is king. And this, despite the Corki rockets, this wins. So I think what top esports has to do is really they need to make sure they land a Jarvan ult and then use package effectively on top of it. But yeah, playing Draven feels like a nightmare. Feels like a nightmare. But they didn't want to pick Lucian because, and it really is really nice drafting by G2, because if you say, okay, this is why Draven is so high priority. If top picks Lucian, then G2 picks Draven, right? That's just how it's going to go. So they feel like they have to first pick Draven, but then we cog Braum them. So G2 just has all the answers.
Carry. Last game, he was a little isolated.
G2's coaching staff is really fucking good, guys. They're really good.
He was a menace.
Level 1s, quirky drafts, unique picks. Fucking love these guys.
Twisted Fate, a good split pusher. They're front to back, I think, weaker than what we saw in the previous game. But Top Esports, I think, with a lot more dive on their side. Again, with a very similar front to back approach, though.
Could you please raise the casters a hair? Yeah, I agree. They're a little bit low.
G2 though, where you can play for long range.
That's too much.
Gold cards.
There we go.
You can
There's a
try
good
and
amount.
fish for a little bit of damage coming through. And as a
Fatal Draven trap in this draft. Yeah, the Draven was the play, guys. The Draven was the play. I do wonder about the Vayne ban, because I wonder why they're trying to. I wonder why Top Esports is trying to bait out the Cassante pick on G2's side. G2 not taking the bait though. They're just saving for R5 top counter pick. But the mind games are real from Top Esports. There's some shenanigans afoot with the Cassante in these drafts, and I don't know what they are.
The ticket to an even series. The G2, I do like the amount of enable Mickey that they have.
Is Gen G favorites still? BLG's probably the favorites right now.
That Mickey is just going to go in as often as he can. Engage Braum, we hate it as LCK commentators. We've seen it attempted many times, but I kind of don't mind the vibe. As here we are, onto the rift for game.
BB Gwen is unfortunately not it. Yeah, he hasn't been a great Gwen player, but I think Gwen is mega in this draft. I think Gwen is like really good. I'm looking at his all-time Gwen record right now. He's played 14 games of Gwen. He has a 57% win rate. But yeah, I agree. Just from memory, the eye test told me is I think I don't remember very good Gwen games from him.
Not what I was expecting, but okay, cool.
Also, this year he's played 2 games of Gwen. He's 1-on-1. But you can see how the Gwen theory works, guys. Like you get the counter matchup into 369, you have AP damage, and then also like who kills Gwen? Like Hallowed Mist does so much work against this composition, right? Hallowed Mist does so much work against this comp.
For a banger. I'm excited to see what Top Esports can do. Gen G found a way to handle Jackie Loves Draven. Hang on.
Well, see whether this is going to be the answer, and I think running away from it is a good idea at this point in time, as Mickey already down to 50%.
All right, so we're not seeing a lane swap, which is, I think, quite strange. But whatever, it's fine. I guess they wanted the TF match in top.
And Top Esports feeling good about how that bottom lane has started.
Yeah, the fact you already have the Braum low and had to burn the pod is going to be massive. Even Mako getting that ward into spot exactly where Yike is going. It is responded on the opposite side thanks to Cap, so going to be a lot of information as to what junglers are up to in the early stages of this game.
Now, the last time we saw Hans Summer bring out this Cogmore.
Is VOD resolution low or am I stoned? Well, it's at as much as it can be, guys.
It didn't work out against T1. It was game 4, and basically G2
surely TS won't die 2v2. I mean, I hope not. That would be mega embarrassing for them with this Draven Renata lane. Look at this. Did you guys know it's actually possible to respect the other team's duo lane if they're going to hit 2 first and not just stand in the middle of the wave and die to them?
As you would expect, double range matchup into more of a scaling defensive bot lane matchup, but Top Esports are going to be eyeing up potential dives. They're going to be looking to stack up waves, early level 2, early level 3, into a bot lane threat dive potential.
Man, playing Corki into this Tristana feels real bad.
Towards his top side. He started his bot side camp, so I'm really curious as to if Top Esports will do anything in the early game to try and punish this Cogmore pick.
I think as the game goes on,
Broken Blade just handling the Cassante early.
Can lead to him leading down bot, but 369 already not coming out in the favorable side of these trades.
Fleet footwork, flash ghost, very annoying. He did take too much damage there, Broken Blade. Not using his range advantage super well.
Big wave stacked up here towards the bottom side. Not looking like there is too much of a dive coming in here, though, as Yike on vision. That one from Mako, pretty good ward.
He's spending a lot of time just covering.
So he actually just goes 3 camps, recall,
the bot lane of G2 aren't that concerned.
cover. There, he doesn't see the gank coming in. There's no minion wave, so it's perfectly safe. Tian's not there. Goes back, buys longsword. So this is the what part of the new jungle meta is just like 3 camp longsword buy. So you have some more clearing and skirmishing power as opposed to delaying.
Well, Mickey puts up the door as Tian getting some information here. Know exactly what's going on. Does G2 will see
I don't know if they can do this. They only have... So basically, they have like 2 turret shots to work with right here. Okay. Hansama pops Ghost. Wow, TP response from Trist? Really?
Great flash to avoid the flag and dragon. Now Mako, he's not going to get what's going on. Does G2 will see whether they can actually survive this one already.
So they're trying to get this out, right? Mickey X gets heal. Hansama ghosts immediately. He has bone plating up, so they're actually not doing that much damage to him. And Trist is TPing because it's a fucking Corki who can't stop him from TPing. Oh, they misplayed. The shield came back up. G2! Great job! Fucking yeah. Dude, not many teams would commit the TP out of the mid laner like that early, because the mid laner wants to use it to get back into lane, but they disrespect it, and Cream has no way to stop TP. Mickey held shield the whole time. I thought he used it earlier. I thought he used it here. Did he just hold it? Yeah, he uses it here. That's the time he uses it. What's cooldown at level 1 for Braum Shield? I actually don't know. We're looking it up. By the way, guys, I switched my browser from Chrome so I wouldn't crash my machine when I go to the wiki anymore. Unbreakable, 16-second cooldown. I knew it was long. I just didn't know how long. 16 seconds at level 1. I switched it to Brave, actually. I'm trying it out. I'm seeing how I like it. But basically, since I'm not in Korea, I'm not on my normal PC. So I do not have access to my PC, which has more RAM. And this machine only has 16 gigs. And to stream, I use a ridiculous amount of RAM. Because, like, I have multiple browser windows up, multiple monitors. I have fucking a Elgato prompter now. I have Stream Deck. I have audio software. I have OBS. Like, it's crazy. So I've been enjoying Brave so far. All right. So yeah, 16 seconds. So at 3:20,
to increase their chances of surviving the dive.
He uses it, right? Not sure how much ability haste this Braum has, but so 3:36 would be the 3:35-ish is going to be the time that it's up, right? Audio software. Well, I use Beacon. This is a Beacon mic, and then I have the Beacon Mix Create, which does different audio channels for me. That's up. That's why.
What's going on.
I'm a fucking professional, guys.
We'll see whether they can actually survive this one already.
So he actually doesn't have Unbreakable up here. The TP is mint, though. So he has it up now. Basically, he has Unbreakable up now.
Diving forward. Caps, he's going to get interrupted, though. Can't find the rocket jump in. Still Tien. He's going to get stunned. Manages to...
Caps flashes for it, but totally worth. Caps only gets 1 assist. So there is a downside to this play, guys. Like, as cool as that play was, him not having TP might be kind of problematic, because now he's half HP from that. Cream is going to go back and TP into lane, and there's an opportunity here for Cream to push an advantage. How are the oats today? Deliciously steel cut. They were in this bowl. I ate them. Yike held the wave. He did. Yike's a bro, dude.
G2 do everything perfectly.
That dive should work. The TP really fucks it up, man. And Mako's right to tank this and use bailout, right? Let's watch Tien's engage here. So Tien misses it, and he doesn't flash follow. He doesn't predict the flash either, so. But Hans plays this well. And they use heal to give Hans a speed boost, too, at the start of the fight. It's hard to lock him down, honestly. Where's the handshake?
Exactly what's going on. Does G2 will see whether they can actually survive this one already. Sama some decent damage coming down as the Voidooz comes on through there. Great flash to avoid the
Yeah, the sequencing of abilities I think wasn't the best between Mako and Tian here.
Caps is going to get interrupted though. Can't find the runs on through there. Great flash to avoid the flag.
But it is hard to dive a Braum, guys. It is hard. Hans can flash both. Yeah, he did flash both the EQ and the handshake. Mako's bone plating also falls off right before this engagement, which is not super helpful. But Hans does get insane value out of the flash. That's true. But I think like we can criticize the dive, but the real play here is Caps' willingness to commit TP to the bot side. That's the real play, guys. It's a good call. And the fact that he does it in lane disrespectfully to the Corki before first buy. But like I said, guys, what this means, though, is that, so Yike saves the wave, but this is not necessarily a W for G2, because when you commit both your summoners, remember, Caps hasn't had a chance to buy yet. He only got 1 assist, remember, right? He doesn't get to recall and buy and TP back in. So Yike saves this because Cream can't push out and then, you know, get a recall in and a TP, a comfortable TP. But this is still a little bit scuffed. Like, there was a price that G2 had to pay for this, right? And the price is, you know, it's great. We have 2 kills on our Kog'Maw in bot lane. This is awesome. But basically, you trade, what's going on right now is you're losing bot lane. Your bot lane, which should lose in the early levels to Renata and Draven, is now winning, right? But your mid lane is now losing. And you did have a winning mid lane that is now losing. So they basically reversed the state of their lanes. But Yike saves this play a lot. Like, Cream should have been able to push this in, but Yike actually just fucking saves this by being in the mid lane this whole time. Because if you look at the start of this play, so remember what happened. Yike actually 3 camp. He's doing 3 camp to longsword, like we talked about earlier. Long sword. So because his 3 camp was on the bot side, because he was trying to prevent a dive from Tian, now he's going top side, and he's actually going to be at red buff when Caps makes the TP play. So he's able to cover mid, which is huge. And we're just going to look at the mid. Ignore what's on the center of your screen and watch what's going on here, which is that the recall is not completed by Cream because there's a tunnel over from Raptors, and Yike is threatening to Q him and prevent the recall. So Yike actually intentionally takes damage, which doesn't matter because he's a jungler and he's Rek'Sai. He can W and just heal up off of camps. So Caps gets back. So they actually are even in items, but there's an HP and tempo advantage still for Cream in the mid lane. It could have been worse. Like, if Cream had recalled there, it would have been a lot worse. It's still not a great mid lane state. But it's good that they stopped the Draven, right? Because here's the thing, guys. We know, because of, you have to go back to win conditions and ask, is that play a good idea? Right? Good idea? And I think, like, we know that G2 should be very comfortable late game into Draven. Because gold card, RFC, range advantage. Draven has to play, we already talked about it, he has to play DDR, dude. It's not fun. He has to play around Draven, or Braum Q. He has to play around Cog W. He has to play around Yike E, right? And Yike ult also. So he can't take damage. If he gets caught out and chunked and Yike has a mark on him, Yike will just ult him and kill him. Braum ult too. Yeah, that's good. QR from Braum for sure. Or RQ, right? So Draven is going to have a hard time playing the game. So what is the win con for top esports? Like, this Draven needs to be very far ahead. Is the Draven very far ahead? Fuck no, he's not. So is sacrificing the mid lane, because remember, even though they have Corki, you still have range advantage. So if Corki gets a slight advantage, does this win the game for top esports? No. Right? It is worth it, in my opinion, to sacrifice Trist a little bit here to get Hansama ahead and to put the Draven behind, because the Draven can't do anything late game without a lead. So I think this is a very good play by G2. I hope that's a good explanation, guys. I hope that is comprehensive for you guys. But so I think the point I'm making is I think G2 is playing very well into win conditions. and they understand the best way to win this game, and the fact that they are going to have a default range advantage the longer this game goes on, and Draven becomes increasingly useless. They baited the Draven pick on B1, which is huge. Also, Mickey X now on a random roam because Hans is on a recall timer. Cream is playing like shit, by the way. Cream is playing like absolute dog shit. Cream is playing like absolute dog shit. It is illegal for him to be pushed this far with no mana. Even though he has flash, like, Cog's not in bot. This is the freest roam timer of all time. Tien is here. Like, it is illegal for him to be pushed this far. This is a default support roam timer on first back. And you're playing into Tristana. Like, I don't care if Tristana has no sums. Like, Tristana still has W. Forces flash for free. So the advantage is just dwindling. Mickey had to use flash for that, but it's totally worth because now you save mid lane. Yeah, he desperate. I agree. Hangado, he desperately wants to push in and get the TP reset, but his team is not helping him. Like, I think Tien has to help him. Tien is like fucking around in topside, blowing Broken Blade's ghost, which doesn't do anything.
Look at him again. Now Yikes said, "Oh, not involved. Well, I'm back this time."
Tien needs the help.
And the wave is naturally pushing towards them. They're going to play the long game. He's managed to sneak into this ward as well. Will Mako read the play?
Jackie does have cleanse. That's not going to work when the Rek'Sai is
Oh my god.
Onto Jackie Love is now Mickey. Just
Braum, so he blows the cleanse. Blows the Mako flash, great gank. Like, why are we trying to like deal with top lane right now? Cream is getting left out to dry, guys. He's gonna become dehydrated milk. So now you're at an HP disadvantage in bot side. You don't have cleanse anymore versus Braum. Mako doesn't have flash, so he can't flash handshake the Kog'Maw. So basically right now, this is donezo. Because what G2 realizes is that, again, we go back to win conditions. Okay, so we got this advantage in the bot side, but what did it cost us realistically? It cost us 2 Cog sums, 2 Braum sums, and a TP. And a flash. It actually cost us 6 sums. It was 6 sums to get this advantage, right? 6 sums. That's a lot. So the issue now is there's a counterplay available if Mako has like flash handshake. But what happens if we just blow cleanse and flash? What happens if we do that? Right? Well, it turns out now they have no recourse. They don't have a way to get back into the game in the bot side.
Jackie Love is now Mickey. Just in the front line, puts up the door. Jackie Love going to be able to cleanse that one, but that is no summon.
TES also wasted many resources on that dive. That's true. But they did have Mako flash still, and cleanse came back up. So, but they're trying to make plays, you know, they're trying to push up. I just think G2's playing this super well, guys. Braum flash was later. That's true. It was 5 sums. You are correct. Ekrik, the Braum flash was mid lane to blow Cream's flash. Sorry, I just said that. I'm dumb. You're right. Still, though, point stands. It was the point is that there was a timing window for top esports that was just now taken away because of Yike.
Press a stone on the bot side of the map once again. Clears out the vision as Yike is forced to clear out his topside camps, but he's going to be able to path back towards bot. Remember that the grubs.
Well, my YouTube stream numbers are officially higher than my Twitch stream numbers now. Shout out YouTube viewers, appreciate you guys.
Yeah, they really want to try and get the grubs, but I think they still need to try and kill Jackie Love.
Mickey waiting to use E until after Tien's flash instead of using it for the Draven DPS, knowing he's in danger. That's a good point.
And suddenly Jackie Love is an absolute menace once more. So, although G2 have some control on the bottom side, they're not quite out of the woods.
Yeah, the YouTube player is better. So, yeah, I do read YouTube chat as well, just less frequently because I have the Elgato prompter, so I have Twitch chat on my prompter over my camera, so it's easier for me to read. And unfortunately, the Elgato prompter doesn't yet support non-Twitch chat options.
Yeah, we'll be able to take that one down. Burrows his way out. Destiny.
He's going back. Stacks already for Jackie Love. as Yike is going to secure.
Tien is so disrespectful, dude. This top esports is playing so cavalierly. Thank you, Pierce Grossman, for your YouTube membership. I appreciate it. Hi from Vietnam. Thank you, NFT Sasha. I will get to Vietnam someday. I really want to go. Probably go in the next year or so on vacation. It's one of my top places I want to be when I'm in Korea and have access to it.
The bot lane of top esports is here.
Yeah, that is going to mean that
Go eat some banh mi's and pho. Delicious.
I don't think it is going to mean it's going to be too. All right, I'm coming back in again.
So we're just gonna go for grubs though. G2 just takes grubs and backs off. All right, they don't want that smoke yet, even though Mickey X is here. Jackie and Mako are also here. I agree with this call, by the way. Just take the grubs. Look, you don't have to commit to this. You don't have to commit. The 3 grubs are enough. It prevents top from getting 6 grubs, which takes another win condition away from them. Not like split pushing or even sieging was going to be that good because stepping up with Draven fucking sucks. So, but even so, it's like just walk away. G2 already has the advantages that they want to have. You guys know what I mean? You guys know what I mean? Like you already have the advantages that you want. So you know you're going to have a scaling advantage against the Draven. So like, why risk it? You're feeling great about 3 grubs.
Spots out where this bottom lane are. So Mickey going to be Caps' support for a moment as the bottom lane once again going to head back down.
So we get a breather.
Yeah.
In a tense moment, and we think back to when top esports played against Gen G, and again when we think back to
Pierce should have subscribed with what a remarkable stream or other Thomas Crown quote. Dude, I got flamed so hard for picking the Thomas Crown affair.
So strong as Caps.
Oh, this is Pump from Gangsters. Oh, hey man, well, I will see you there. Another great reason for me to go. Thank you.
But Gen G kind of did their homework.
I know you were there. That's great.
They came into this series today and they were like, okay, so we're just.
That was the one movie I couldn't finish. Dude, the ending is great of that movie. You missed the best part.
Elkin on working with Shun to just perm.
Not going to get hit by that rocket, but that could have been.
When we think back to those early games in the series, Jackie Love made life so difficult.
Cap somehow winning this trade because Cream misses all skill shots. Dude, Cream's skill shot usage is Ari Charms, these quirky rockets. What the fuck, man? Cap should not have done that.
But Gen G kind of did their homework. They looked back at that series and they came into this series today and they were like, okay, so we're just going to try and make Jackie Love as miserable as possible. And we think
Steve McQueen is quite solid. Dude, the original Thomas Crown affair is actually not very good either.
the BLG final.
Yeah, Caps. If those rockets hit, I think Caps dies. So whatever.
G2 understood their assignment as Caps.
You haven't actually watched the movie since the vampire ones? Why not? You want to watch the Denis Villeneuve arc, by the way. All the movies we picked for that are amazing.
As miserable as possible. And we think back to the BLG final against them as well. Elkin on working with Shun to just perma-dive that bot lane. G2 understood their assignment as Caps.
All right.
Perma-dive that bot lane. G2 understood their assignment as Caps.
Caps is like, surely he won't hit another rocket. He's just going to miss all his rockets, right? He missed them all before. It was all a mind game from Cream, guys. He intentionally missed those rockets so that Caps would, instead of Wing out or just using his ult. Like, remember, Caps could have just ulted him here. He instead is just going to die to the full burst of Corki. He tried to dodge the Foss bomb with Tris W, yeah, but like... Are you only watching Dune Part 2 or both Dunes? Both Dunes. We'll talk about both Dunes. Just a little happy gaming. Don't worry about it, guys. Stunnerino. Wow. He had brush advantage, so they had to pink it, but it was too late, and he just runs away from the bailout on Jackie Love, and then they're able to, Mickey's able to auto Mako to get the Braum passive down. Hansama is ghosted, and so he can actually proc the Braum stun right there, and then R auto.
The bot lane for G2 looks like
Kaga's ghost and Draven has no ghost. Yep. It didn't. You know, I think obviously, you know, they thought they could get the bailout. They thought there was a bailout angle.
Like the Kog'Maw Braum was the pick for G2 for so long. This is what they played with last year over the course of winter, perfecting this kind of late game scaling. But the threat is
So big that Draven is forced to go cleanse true instead of ignite.
We'll have to pay the price.
Yeah, TN back up here once again as 369 closes the gap. There's the all-out pushes, Broken Blade against the wall.
Has to take cleanse for TF. Yeah, the cleanse is not for the Braum, guys. The cleanse is for the TF because he can't play the game into RFC gold card TF later.
369 grabbing a kill there as Cap
Has to take cleanse for TF. Can't afford ghost. Yeah, he can't match the ghost. That's a bummer.
a bit more apprehensive now.
Top esports do
That
what
is
they
a
can
bummer.
on the map, which is find a punish on top. We look back at this 1v1. So already Caps is at a health disadvantage. Cream sees a window to fight, and Caps says, oh, I can just jump over this. No, you can't, good sir. So we look back at this bot lane 2 versus
He could have gotten out of that too. That was trolled by Caps. Obviously could have W'd away, could have R'd him away, whatever.
He mitigates so much of the damage with the shield.
Ghost lethal tempo diff. Yeah, he's got lethal tempo.
Because of that Q connecting from Mickey, my god, Mickey.
Yeah.
He received so much criticism in summer for his play, but he is having an incredible
Just wait out the
tournament.
bailout.
And against top esports, he is absolutely popping off.
But it's been back to comfort for Mickey, right? You're like going towards picks that we wouldn't traditionally see. The Poppy, the Leona, the Braum. Now making it work.
I think it went in the kitchen and said, guys, I've been cooking.
I think that's his comfort. I think that's what Dapper meant. Yeah, his comfort is in the kitchen, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. As, okay, Golka going to connect onto 369 here on the top side. Has his Merc Treads, definitely the big one into the Twisted Fate. It's Broken Blade continuing to have shove, of course.
Why no Blade Runner during the Denis Villeneuve talk? Because we didn't pick it.
So he's going to be feeling pretty happy as Mickey finds Mako. Cream also here.
We only get 4 movies and we didn't pick it. We wanted to do a rival Sicario, Dune, and Prisoners. Prisoners is Loki his best movie, by the way. That movie's fucking banging.
Shouldn't really result in a huge amount. Oh,
still going aggressive here as the gold card should be able to connect, but thankfully the flag and drag was already there for TN. He makes it out.
You see Caps has started to lean up towards top side, so that's why G2 were like, hang on a second, we can maybe make this work. Now Cream going to TP back into mid, so Caps, we just cleared the way.
You haven't seen Prisoners, dude. Prisoner, I hadn't seen Prisoners either. It is really good.
If you give this much control,
Prisoners fucking mega.
I think top esports will immediately start to look at Dragon, although Jackie Love and Mako going for a reset themselves.
It's actually criminal that
this assassin player, right? He's very well known for his Akali, of course. We've seen him have
that they didn't get nominated for any acting awards for that one.
Genji, it was his Tristana and his Corki that won them.
Hugh Jackman is incredible. Like the fact that he didn't get nominated for Best Actor for that movie is so insane to me.
But so far in this lane matchup, he is doing very well. The Grubs have been started off by top esports. They've brought their bot lane up to try and fight.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is also insane.
But I think G2's going to be a little too
Such a good movie.
Yeah, but he slightly too like Quincy's Rage Blade was picked up by Hans Samus, so GT would love to try and start something, but not going to be the case. Instead, they push out mid and imagine we'll move over towards Dragon.
Exactly, Dacta. I imagine the cross map will come through. Now, Cream with the package does mean that if...
All right, here we go. Are we going to get the Jarvan package combo?
They can look to try and fight this. Tian looks like he's heading towards the Grom, so it would surprise me if they actually do. Instead, I think the safer play is to just secure that objective and make the trade happen.
Yeah, also a bit surprising that you get to use your package on the first dragon. Because this dragon took such a long time to actually be taken down, and he will have...
All right, first Drake of the game. This is funny, guys. How often do we say see first Drake at 12 minutes?
Still, G2 with control of
the answer is not very. This is crazy. These games have been so much about just... They've been so much about killing and like action and micro that we really haven't seen much objective play in these games. Wait, why the fuck did Cream package on Trist? Was it just expiring? All right, TN interrupts Broken Blade's ult. Not a great ult by BB as he can flash out of the Jarvan ult.
Uses the ghost as well, so he'll survive. Yike takes the dragon, and there was something about to happen in the mid lane, but with the fact that that gate was not allowed, that is going to mean that Cream will be just fine.
Top esports are putting a lot of resources into the top side of the map, and traditionally I'd be like...
It's fine, though. I mean, it's fine if TN is top, because that means they're not contesting Dragon, right? So it doesn't really matter if the TF ult is interrupted. But I mean, Drake is... I mean, 12-minute first Drake is not important, guys. You know, you're not going to probably... This game will end one way or another before Soul becomes a factor. Nice flash by Mickey to prevent bailout from proccing. Cap's going to kill everybody.
Because he's just between a rock, a hard place, and then dead. Yike now under the turret, and it's a triple for Hanslow. 6-0-1.
Oh my god, this cog.
Cream, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here, and this turret should be in the dust too.
Well, this is now just a Clown Fiesta game. This should be easy win for G2. Draven can't do anything. Draven will never be able to do anything in this game.
1,000 gold ahead of them. This Kog'Maw's massive. How the hell do you stop him?
And I remember,
Have you seen Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal? Yes. Except Jake Gyllenhaal is the reverse character in Nightcrawler. That was what's so amazing is Jake Gyllenhaal was in Prisoners in 2013. And then in 2014, he was in Nightcrawler and played like the exact opposite character, and he's so good in both.
Look at the dive. The flash from Yike knocks up, and the chains you see on the Jaculum. He tries to flash away, but the damage is too good. A great ultimate from Mako, but unfortunately they can't quite get the execute onto Mickey to allow for him to revive and turn the fight around. Caps is able
G2
to
thrive in the Clown Fiesta. They do. It's true.
To secure the kill. He takes the tower aggro, and it's Hans Summer that cleans up with a triple.
It's just great turret aggro.
Yeah, the juggling was incredible.
Now you get to move Caps up towards top side. It's Rift Tower to spawn. You have Hans Sama, as you already pointed out, nearly at 2 items. G2 just get to
This is interesting. I've never seen this before. Have I just been missing it during MSI? This is cool to show where he's getting his distribution of gold from. I really like this.
I was saying, like, Cream maybe could have kept the package for this Rift Tower fight, but without that package and Jackilo being 0-2, it doesn't really feel like you are having.
That's very cool. I like it.
When you go over towards this Rift Tower.
It could have almost been worth to actually try and put some pressure on the Dragon as well, given the fact that it was so incredibly late. You can then play around it, but wasn't something they opted into. TN actually moving towards the top side instead. But maybe miscommunication.
G2 just gets every objective now. Whatever. Broken. Like, look, Top Esports is trying to get whatever edge they can, and the only place they can go is really on Broken Blade because Jarvan ult is up again, and Broken Blade doesn't have flash, so they're trying to make plays where they can.
Glacial Fissure going to be avoided nicely with the Valkyrie from Cream, who does still have to flash to get himself out of the way. Mickey in a bit of trouble now as Yike.
Now I could just redive this probably. They're trying to get Corky out. Yike, can he W? Can he Prey Seeker this? So Mako's blocking the Rek'Sai Q. Rek'Sai was, or Renata rather, was blocking the Rek'Sai Q so that Cream could get out and then TP back.
Ultimately, like, Top Esports recognize that there's nothing they can do bots, so they're trying their best to shut Broken Blade down. They really have done a great job.
Kazante has Merc Treads versus it's 3 ADCs actually, and he shouldn't take Merc Treads. Like, I understand he's worried about the cards, but the cards are basically Broken Blade. I think has to hold gold card for Draven in the late game, so he's not going to get carded.
How big of a problem will this Kazante be? I would argue
it is annoying in the 1v1 though to not have Merc Treads.
Champion it's been so far at MSI against a good dog. I don't know. I kind of.
Is Kazante 2,500 gold worth of a problem?
I mean, also
Kirito VSM been kind of demotivated lately, but your guys' content has kept the high spirits. Thank you. All right, Kirito. Hope you feel better, man. It'll get better. Don't you worry.
We could have had Corgi and Pugmore.
We could have.
Life will always get better. Sorry you're having a tough time.
To go base skin Cogmore. The champion with some of the best skins in the game. All right, well, Mako could be in trouble here. Winter's Bite going to connect, puts up the door. There's the stun, and look at these 80.
Besides, it's a great day. We've had some really fun. These games have been really fun. We have some fun League of Legends to watch, so it can't be too bad right now.
This turret going down as well, and G2's lead is only going to further extend. As Top Esports, I think they'll be lucky to defend their inner turret here off the back of this one. As Mickey X, he wants even more. Not going to find the Glacial Fissure once again, though, as Yike.
Well, that was kind of silly by Yike. There's some happy gaming here. He should have taken the Herald into second turret. He could have died there.
Missing their support.
Yeah, I do love the immediate just, sorry, coming through from Yike. The Rift
He didn't have flash. Like, that was hilarious. Whatever.
As Top Esports, I think they'll be lucky to defend their inner turret here off the back of this one. As Mickey X, he wants even more. Not going to find the Glacial Fissure once again.
He just gets smited. That was actually quite dangerous.
Not going to go for a re-engage, missing their support.
Yeah, I do love the immediate just, sorry, coming through from Yike. The Rift out disappears and he feels significantly less threatening. But overall, I mean, G2, they get the mid lane tower. Yes, you get a push for 369 on the bottom side, but I don't think it really matters. The only thing is G2 maybe looking for a reset for Blade of the Rune King coming through for the Kog'Maw. Right
TF got tier 2 boosts first, so Kazante had to rush them too, so might as well go Mercs for the lane. Look, him buying Mercs versus plated steel caps is not going to be the difference in this game for top esports. So it doesn't matter that much, guys.
Not going to be able to get them a Drake though, because he was back in the shop with Boris. And so the Ocean Drake will be secured. It's a Mountain Soul this game as well. And if top esports can take some control back, I'm looking at Cassante and I'm thinking if there are 3 Mountain Drakes as well, I don't think the 369 will ever die.
I don't know if we're going to get to that stage, though, because with the way that it's positioned now, G2...
Broken Blade is entirely useless, but sacrifices had to be made to get the rest of the team so ahead, and now Hansama can just carry this game. What the fuck is Cream doing? What the fuck is Cream doing? What the fuck is Cream doing? What is he doing? Guys, what is he doing?
To make sure this package doesn't get value, and it won't.
Well, it is going to be used underneath this turret as Destiny comes on forward. Cream is really dead, guys. Super duper dead.
And I think it's desperation
Oh,
from top
no, and there's the old forward as
Oh,
well
they're going to
from
kill
Yannick.
Jackie Stacks. Oh, he actually flashed out just in time to not get gold carded because Broken Blade doesn't have RFC yet. Well,
You're basically moving.
I think we know what time it is, guys.
I don't think the 369 will ever die.
I don't know if we're gonna get to that stage though.
As Jackie Love, he's gonna have to flash. That's not gonna save him though. Gold card comes in and it's another.
Do I not get demonetized anymore? Oh no, I definitely get demonetized for that. Don't you worry. Technically, I don't get demonetized. We just pay Dave Grohl. It's fine.
Yeah, he realizes the collapse is happening. He sees more farm bot lane.
369. The live VOD gets monetized by Dave Grohl.
What was a huge mistake from Cream. He sees that the pack is about to run out. I don't even think he wanted to commit. I think he just wanted to chip down onto Hansama's HP, and he did not respond.
There was a good TP there.
Collapse enough as he ends up losing his life.
And that's why I love the way that Mickey played that setup on the bottom side. I was trying to highlight. Mickey leans into bot to make sure BB can clear out the wave, so that then if this package gets used in mid, you can bring
Get that Dave Grohl sponsorship. Foo Fighters sponsor Monty's stream.
It just was desperation. He wanted to get some value from his package, especially since he used it twice already. But it only leads to 2 more kills.
I feel good about giving Dave Grohl money though, so it's fine. He's a cool guy.
It's 0-3-0 for Jackie Love on his Draven. It's just not working.
This is funny, by the way. They're standing still, so Rek'Sai can't see them.
On his Draven, it's just not.
Dude, this is actually really smart. This is actually really smart.
Working out here as top esports just standing there in a bit of a triangle.
That was very funny.
I mean, I will say that if anyone claims that they expected Hans and Mickey to be bodying this bot lane, they would be a liar. They have, Hansama and Mickey have pleasantly surprised many with how they've been playing this 2 versus 2. And,
the upside to using the upside to demonetizing is like I can only demonetize if I use it 1 time it demonetizes, so now I can just use it 10 times and it doesn't matter. In for a penny, in for a pound, you know, with the old soundboard.
And G2, with only a 4K gold lead while they're in a great position, still need to close this out. We think back to the previous game. Top Esports punished the Baron of G2, and if the gold gap hadn't been as big as it was, that could have been a turnaround fight. We know how resilient Top Esports is, and you've always got to be cautious of their ability to fight their way back into game.
Is this a game where neither AD uses their passive? I mean, I think Hansama's okay with not using his passive. I think he's cool with that. Jackie Love probably would love to use his passive.
In the Twisted Fate and the Tristana, and so they just need to make sure that top esports don't take Baron themselves, and they will just generally win.
369 is making part of that ineffective though because of how strong he is.
He is very
going
strong.
against Caps, going up against BB is fine, but I like what G2 are doing. They know that 369 doesn't have the teleport, so they are like, right, if we just hover in around the vision control that we've set up in Baron area, 369.
When Dom's plays Sosa, he only plays it for Twitch, get that YouTube money. You can't do that.
And that's the roam. Great, that opens up Caps now.
I can't do that.
So I feel top esports.
If you're streaming on both, you can't do that.
To try and get Caps to join them in this area.
Caps already.
Because the thing is, I have it separated out via audio for Twitch, but I can't just play it. I can split the audio. All right, I'll look into it, guys. I'll figure it out. It would ruin the YouTube experience, though. Whatever. I don't care. It's not like I'm making a lot of money off these fucking live YouTube VODs or whatever.
And there are the stacks. Yike comes in, finds the Prey Seeker, and there is the ulti to finish it off. And Jackulov can't. Finally, a glacial.
Another dead Draven. Dude, the Draven pick got mega baited, and then they played super well into it. This is what I was talking about DDR, guys. Like, how can he live? He already used Cleanse. And there you go. I mean, it's just a follow-up of the Rek'Sai ult that we talked about earlier, because once you hit the Prey Seeker, you get the mark. And then the Draven can't live. You have to dodge the Prey Seeker.
Misstep after misstep from top esports. Overextensions in G2 is incredibly quick to punish. Also, does Mickey have a homing beacon on this queue? Because this man does not miss.
I was going to say, I didn't know Braum was an engaged champion. This guy is just finding it.
I really hope that Kerry isn't watching this. He's not an engaged champion. Okay.
He died to Kog'Maw, not the Rek'Sai R. Yeah, I know, but it's the theory behind the Rek'Sai R, guys.
As top esports now looking at
It's as I've been impressing upon you, it is the theory of how this team composition works into Draven that I explained at the beginning. It doesn't matter what he died to. It matters the level of threat that he is constantly under in these mid and late game team fights.
I'm not sure about that Cataclysm, but he wants to try and deny a Baron. He takes forever to go down, but he will be taken out in the end. The Baron's secured. The Whirling Death does absolutely nothing, and G2 will not be stopped.
Even Cream is trying to get into the middle of the Baron pit to steal away something, but G2, they're cool.
Draven can't play this game. They couldn't win the lane, and now he can't play this game. Like, people will flame Jackulov, but it's actually just, like, basically you guys are gonna flame Jackulov, but I want to impress upon you that the real winner here was the G2 draft, as well as their players playing to the win condition and Cap spending his TP to help bot. I mean, what the fuck is Jackulov supposed to do? He can't do anything. It's checkmate, man. Like, it's fucking unplayable. You guys are like, man, Jackulov sucks. It's like, no, Jackulov was not allowed to play League of Legends. He was not allowed to play League of Legends this game.
Apparently that's not how it is. You just kind of slaughter everyone all the time.
Creep inting the whole game is also part of it. Yeah, look, nobody was helping top esports. They're playing like shit, guys.
You know what's going well?
I would blame Jackie for B1 blind Draven or agreeing to it, but we went over why I think, like, okay, so he picks Lucian. Hans picks Draven. What do you do? What do you do?
And it's a completely different draft. Outside of the Tristana, it's a
What does Jackie do? Huh? You tell me. Basically, this draft was revolving around the Draven pick. Dylan Falco just played him, guys. He just played TS like a fiddle. Let me tell you, Jackulov, this is what he's been playing recently. Here we go. You guys ready? Here's his spring stats. Lucian, Varus, Kalista Senna. Varus, Kalista Senna were all banned. Draven first pick. He can't play Smolder anymore. So what do you want him to do? Play Ezreal? You know what I mean? Like, he was basically, like, the Draven pick didn't look bad, except for the fact that there was a Cog Braum waiting for it, and they were focusing it. So Lucian, and if he picks Lucian, Hans picks Draven, probably. So I don't know what you guys want. It seems pretty logical to me.
The most important member of this team, he's now going to have to look for a back angle to try and save this inhibitor, but it's not going to work.
I mean, here's a better question. Like, here's a better question. Why did top pick blue side game 2? I think that's the better question. Because basically G2 was like running them with counter picks. They should absolutely play red side in game 3.
as well, and now G2 are looking to get themselves out. They'll burrow, they'll rocket jump, and they'll be just fine. As Tien looking for his opportunity. Let's see whether he can find at least a target to try and focus on, but Cream's already down to 50%. The Buster shot, too good.
Why did top pick ADC first pick? We just went over that.
Massive damage to come out here.
I understand why they felt they had to.
Getting mad onto top esports. This might just be it. Jackie
Draven is unusually high priority in this particular series.
5 alive for G2. Focus on, but Cream's already down to 50%. The Buster
Yeah, he
shot,
gets a
too good. Jackie
flash 4-man knockup. That's pretty sick. So E, watch Yike here. E, flash, 4-man knockup, absolutely mega. Renata ult does nothing. And then Cog, oh god, Cog has Runins. Oh my god, dude, the 4-man knockup into Runins Cog is so gross. Look at how well Hans plays this. This is a great one, but Hans flashing for this, realizing the 4-man knockup is here, and he gets like 3 autos with Runins for free is so huge. It's actually so well played by Hans.
Onto top esports. This might just be it. Jackie just explodes, and Mickey, he's immortal. 5 alive for G2. 5 dead on the side of top esports.
The flash from Hans was really good.
24 minutes, 30 seconds. G2 will wipe out top esports.
What was that? What an incredible team fight from G2. 12-0-7. If there's ever a way to silence the doubters, Hans Sama, that is the best way you can do it.
Dom made an insane prediction of what G2 should ban for Game 3. I don't know.
I mean, I know as a
What G2 should ban? Against top?
bridge to cook up going into Game 3. That's going to be my question.
Oh,
Or
top
do they even
esports.
have to?
They've gone over to
Huh. They should ban Lucian. Yeah, I mean, I guess I understand this. I guess I understand this Lucian ban. Because you basically, by them being on red side, you don't want to play into Jackie Loves Lucian where he's going to have an opportunity to do anything, right? So, like, now the question becomes if you have, well, we have Varus Callista up, right? Still? Maybe one of them gets banned. Maybe you ban the Varus here to try and force Callista so you play Draven again if you're top esports. No, we ban Ori, so they're both up. All right, so we're just handshaking Varus Callista then.
Hansam and Mickey counter-pick the other side, right?
And they
So
take Trist
we got to
first
see the
because that
strategy.
actually is a priority pick with Caps versus Cream. And so now you can play. This is actually really dangerous. I think this is a mistake. I think you take Varus here. I think you take Varus here because if you pick Callista, now Hans plays Draven, right? He can at least. He can at least. I don't really like the Callista pick. I think you take Varus.
Now we're getting the Callista to come out, and Hui has been the third champion that he's cream.
In the last game, so you can understand that he's probably pretty comfortable. Good point.
Draven, yeah. Okay. Yeah, they got played again. Draven, Nico. Oh, that's so nasty.
Lockdown, but the Nico
That's so nasty. That is such a nasty lane. That's such a kill lane.
incredibly strong pick in its own right, but it will give the Nautilus cross on the other side.
Also, Nico, a bit of a blocker to the Renata pick as well if they did want to go for the Callista Renata, which has been...
I like how I have like 3,000 viewers, guys, with G2. Why are you guys here for G2? I mean, G2 played great. I'm super psyched to watch this, but you motherfuckers better be coming back for Gen G BLG. That's all I'm saying. You motherfuckers better be coming back for the real game.
Is it Camille support?
All you Euros.
It could be 369, but I think I'm feeling the Camille support.
It's all right. I know you'll be back when G2 beats T1 later this week. That's what really matters.
See whether Mako is going to be able to find some inroads on this champion. A very aggressive bottom.
I don't care if you guys come back for TLT1, but after TLT1 is done, you guys better be back for every fucking game because they're all going to be bangers.
As well.
And you guys better be following my Twitch channel and subbing to my YouTube channel.
This is going to put a ton of pressure on towards top esports and TN specifically.
I'll be back tomorrow if T1 lose. I don't think that's happening.
Ban of the Jax elite
All right, we're blinding Camille. This could be support Camille, though. Right? This could be support Camille.
now pick for TN
In order to have... I think it's probably support Camille.
I would actually, the problem
So the nice thing is that this is a flex into R5, because if they pick Cassante, then at least you can play the Camille into it, but it's probably Hail of Blades support Camille.
that I've had with 369 at this tournament is that he has consistently gone for the Cassante and the tank picks, and while that has worked out,
The Jax is a little weird. The Jax is probably because they want to blind TF. So this is actually an interesting draft. I think this is a mistake. I think you take Varus. The rest of it's interesting because you've banned the Jax here. So you're threatening potentially a TF on 4 with this, and you don't want the TF to get counterpicked. And you want the TF, by the way, because remember we talked about Draven theory in the last game, and the TF is very important to stop the Draven, just as it was last game. So it's what T1 has been doing. It's what G2 did last game against the Draven, because TF plus RFC forces Draven to take cleanse, or he can't step up to do chunks in the late game. So basically, that's why the Jax is coming as a ban here, because they don't want Broken Blade to play Jax into the TF. They have to ban TF. They should ban TF. Volibear is... I guess they don't want the fucking Volibear Draven Nico 3v3, which does sound incredibly strong, just like fucking around in their bot lane. Fine. The Xin Zhao is banned also, so some of the early game skirmish junglers are banned. It's not great, though. I don't love the volley ban here. I don't love the volley ban. TF? TF ban? Yes. Okay. We were right. TF ban. That makes sense.
Rek'Sai top has been heavily nerfed, so I'm assuming this is
It's jungle Rek'Sai. It's support Camille. It is still a flex, though. Like, this could be jungle top. This could be top support. So you do have to keep that in mind, right? If you take the Cassante, do you want to play it into the Camille? The Zac has been banned. The Poppy has been banned. You probably still take Cassante here. I think you still take... You just say, fuck it, slam Cassante. Yeah. So Ivern, you just slam Cassante, guys. Like, it's not ideal, but if I'm Dylan Falco, I'm pretty sure this Camille is support. I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure this Rek'Sai is jungle. And like, okay, so let's pretend they're not. Let's pretend they're not for a second and think about the risk that G2 just took, right? Well, they have Ivern. We know that Top Esports doesn't know what Daisy does or what Ivern with Glacial Augment does, so that feels good. And this is actually very key. This is actually part of the brilliance, I think, of the Draven pick, is that you know what makes Draven suck a lot less? Ivern brushes. Oh, I didn't even think about this, guys. Ooh, it's actually so sexy. Because now, with the TF banned, the Draven can actually walk up better to get an auto off with Axe. Like, Draven Ivern is sick. And you don't have vision. The TF ban is actually... The TF ban does so much work, guys. Because now, let's think about what TF would do here. Not only is TF plus RFC plus gold card a major threat, right? But you know what else? TF ult is a huge threat to Draven Ivern because you can see him in the brush. You can use TF ult to see him. So if you have a brush line, how do you get in? Like you don't know where to hit the rockets if it's like a line of brushes and not just one brush. You don't know where you can burrow in to basically CC him. So it's not this in this game. It's also about TF ult. I think that is this TF ban is mega. This TF ban is mega if you're planning to do Draven plus Ivern. That's what I think.
Ivern in the mid game. Now, where is the Camille going? And what is 369 going to be playing?
You do have Tremor Sense. That's true. You do have Tremor Sense. Durin Law, that's a good point to see where the Draven is, so that's helpful. Udyr's so poop. Udyr is so shit. Oh, it's so bad. Ah!
Yeah, and it just didn't really do too much.
The Udyr can't, like, Who kills Draven? Remember how we said targeted abilities are very important on Draven? I think, guys, this is why. Faker played Veigar in that one game was because of Draven, right? It's TF plus Veigar, so you gold card him and you have a you can either cage him or you just ult him, right? With Veigar, didn't work, but the theory was there. No, remember, compare this game to last game, where the Draven has no threat anymore. Right? The Draven has no threat anymore. You have huge amounts of CC with Nico support. You've got a massive front line with Nico support plus Ivern plus Daisy plus Cassante. The Udyr fucking blows, guys. The Udyr cannot do anything. Like, the Udyr will never do anything to stop the range of Draven and Tristana. Ever. Ever. So, in game 1, we talked about the range advantage that G2 got, or actually game 2 also, range advantage. They still have range advantage, even though they have Draven this time, and TES had Draven last game, they still have range advantage because Corky Rockets are not enough. They're not enough. The Udyr is so troll, guys. It's so fucking shit. You know what, guys? I would rather, like, you could play Camille top, remember? Here's a good question. Here's a great question for you guys. Why didn't top pivot to Camille top? The Camille is good into the Draven because you can Hextech ultimatum her, right? But the problem is you get removed by Cassante. So you Camille top, and then you remember what was banned, guys, the rest of the series? Rumble. Why don't you Camille top, R5 pick Rumble? And then you actually have more threat, both in lane and out of lane. So I would play Rumble support here. That's what I would do. I think. Yeah, Camille top, Rumble support, Rek'Sai jungle. That feels a lot better. That feels a lot better. I'm pretty sure Draven Nico shits on Kali Rumble. You could lane swap. You can lane swap till 3. Rumble top also works. Rumble top also works. You could Rumble top here too. Yeah, and then you have Equalizer for Draven, correct. You have Equalizer, you have Hextech Ultimatum. I think it just feels a lot better. I think it just feels so much better. Or 369 Ornn, Cubics. That's also a very good point. Ornn is also better here than Udyr. Ornn is better here than Udyr. Almost anything is better than Udyr. Gragas is also okay here. Yep. Uncovering real. Gragas also, I think, is good. 369 is maybe the best top Gragas in the world also. You could do Gragas. The Udyr sucks. The Udyr is fucking bad, I think. Support Ornn, no, you can't play support Ornn because he's not farming. You have to do that with Senna. Fasting support Ornn is garbage. The Rumble with Camille angle was the best, you think? Yeah, there are a lot of angles you could have taken. The Udyr angle was the wrong one. We can debate which was the right one. When did Rumble support become a thing, lol? The Rumble support, it was FPX, so Life was using it. It's really strong at level 3 because your all-in potential is absolutely insane if you manage heat well. All right, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom really badly, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We'll be right back, and then we'll just get into this game. All right, sorry guys, I had a factor delivery. And take care of it real quick. Okie dokie. And after this, guys, we are going to be doing 4 Horsemen in 1 hour. So.
Champion was also absurdly high. Wasn't able to get across the line. This time around, though, it's being wielded by 369. We'll see what TES are going to be able to do with it.
What's the Monty factor code? It's for LFN. So we have one. It's like LFN 50, I think, and then Power Spike 50 and Horsemen. So for the 4 Horsemen, you can use the Horsemen, plural, 50 code. Horsemen 50. Have you read any Walt Whitman? Of course I have. I was an English major, dude. Leaves of Grass mandatory. I love Walt Whitman, though.
That is going to be such an awkward moment for 369 in these fights. And you are heavily reliant on the spot lane getting ahead, or it feels like you just run out of steam so quickly as Top Esports. And that's the one thing that Top Esports...
All right, so we like the draft here. Dylan Falco drafting draft gap.
Some different looks in these drafts every time. It has been a different game plan, especially from G2. It is once again the Ivern. That is one similarity.
I think they were afraid of the Lucian lane swap if they just blinded the Draven. Topic of Horsemen today is Riot Vanguard shenanigans.
This is their last shot at it. They're going to turn around the series. It has to start now. The Gios absolutely.
What do you guys learn in English major? Literary analysis. How to think, how to write. Good stuff. Very applicable.
Oh, they certainly do. They want to see Top Esports succeed still. But G2, the way that they've been playing this series, it does more than just... I mean, domestically, it's been a long time.
Vanguard made my old motherboard incompatible with League of Legends. Yeah, it do that. Wait, is EG Files Part 3? Soon.
For the region.
Well, Mako going to find himself a hook shot, but he doesn't have very many more buttons. So back away.
In terms of...
Okay, E first on Camille. Sometimes you get to see the W first these days.
The possibility of contesting the top spots here at MSI, a possibility that I think many European fans didn't think was a reality coming into this tournament.
But this doesn't feel real for, like, when you look at this G2, this is not the G2 that we saw domestically, where there was mistakes in the early game, people getting caught out. This has been a significantly cleaner G2.
Interested in a list of my all-time favorite books. Moby Dick, Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy, Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. Those are probably my favorites.
And Top Esports is an organization
Shakespeare.
Longing to fight for top spots on the international stage as an LPL representative. I know that Tian gets a lot of stigma from the fans when it comes to his international performances, and being able to reverse sweep here against the European first seed would be monumental for them.
I'm not actually a big Dostoevsky fan.
Especially after their series against Gen G. We'll see how things play out.
And if they do manage to get the reverse sweep, it will be the first time that G2 has been reverse swept. So
Count of MonteCristo. Yeah, favorite, but it's not like the best book ever. It's just a personal favorite.
Tian could put under his belt.
And I think for Top Esports is trying to silence a lot of what has been an unfortunate steps for them on the international stage. When you look at, when it came to GAM in Worlds 2022, not the best of showings. Yes, they got.
Is there any logic at all to Udyr? No, Udyr is trash. I mean, he's fine. He basically, the logic to Udyr, guys, is that, but this is old logic from earlier this split in spring, when we saw a lot of Udyr Cassante matchups, is Udyr basically just has pressure in topside, right? Udyr has pressure in topside. So what this means, here's my theory on why they picked Udyr. I do not think it's good, but I think they look at this and they're like, oh shit, we lose bot lane. Oh shit, like Draven Nico is really punishing. So maybe if we have a high pressure top lane, then the jungler has to go top, right? And then maybe if these guys are pushed up, we can gank and turn it around. That's my guess. But I don't like it.
2020, sorry, where They were supposed to.
So the Udyr can get ahead in this scenario in the 1v1. So basically it's saying, well, you must have some pressure topside.
Try and change that against Caps.
Yeah, looking for that angle. Caps down to 400 as the hook shot will get the stun. Good buffer. And Caps is still burning, but he is not going to go down. We'll have to back a little bit earlier than he otherwise would have wanted, as 369 just doing some Udyr things on this top side.
I don't understand how Caps.
Dude, I knew Sam Bankman-Fried's brain was cooked when he started making arguments about how Shakespeare couldn't be the best author of all time when he is. I will say Shakespeare is not only the greatest author in human history, he is the greatest artist in human history.
Like he sat in practice tool
and it's not close either, in my opinion. It's not close. You could tell Sam Bankman-Fried was a giga fraud when he said that.
Well, Tien going to take a fair bit of damage here as Yike coming out of the brush that he just
Da Vinci is
for himself.
Da Vinci is great also. Greatest English author? Maybe no. He's the greatest author.
The smite, neither did Tian, so there wasn't really much he could do about it, especially on the Ivern.
I'm so sorry for all of you other language enthusiasts, alternate language enthusiasts who think that. I'm sorry, English got the best author, guys. I'm sorry, I didn't make history that way.
Should make Hansama feel safe enough to push this underneath the tower and likely get a reset in the near future.
Yep, should be able to
Da Vinci's output hampers him. You know, he didn't do enough art. That's Da Vinci's problem. He needed to do more art.
He should be able to now very calmly and non-violently take down this Rift Scuttler. Broken Blade on the top side, just dealing with 369 shenanigans. And this is what the Udyr is supposed to do. We didn't see the Udyr doing it last time we saw it here at MSI, but you should always have shove and be able to continually get control of that wave. Something that 369 is doing very well.
I think you can make an argument that Da Vinci is maybe the smartest human who ever lived. And he was a phenomenal artist, obviously, but his art output was really low, so he's not really in the category, you know. Need more volume.
That's understandable. Level 4 and is very scary as now Jackalove with so many sticks into Mickey. He's going to have to flash, but there's a flash after him. And now first.
All right, what's going on with these shenanigans?
Level 4. And hey, we wanted to let. Wait a sec. Yeah, there's a hook shot once again as Hansama
steps up really far. That's a pretty late exhaust, honestly. It's a pretty late exhaust.
Level 4 and is very scary as now Jackalove with so many sticks.
He basically took all the damage and then exhausted. Not super well played. Halo Blades.
Yeah, I think this for G2 is kind of
they disrespected this. It's a good engage though, because if you look here, they trigger bone plating, then they wait for bone plating. Bone plating falls off on Mako as well, but that's when the E comes in. Jackalove has bone plating up. It's not a good target.
And that's understandable. Level 4 and is very scary as now Jackalove with so many sticks into Mickey. He's gonna have to flash, but there's a flash after him. And now First Blood goes the other way, and Jackalove will pick up a double. Draven still managing to get a kill there as the Trigger Seed landing on this bottom side. Jackalove gonna have to try and get out of here, as I don't think Yike has much left in the tank, and so Jackalove will be just fine. Now,
when were these games played? Last night, in the middle of the night?
Punish as Hans and Mickey try to push another wave underneath the
and so Jackalove double. Draven areas now. Jackalove with so many sticks into Mickey. He's gonna have to flash, but there's a flash after him. And now First Blood goes the other way.
Hans doesn't flash for some reason. Why did Hans not flash Mako under tower? Why didn't he flash right here? He should flash right here. Whatever. Isaac Newton greater than all. Isaac Newton was very smart too. True.
So Jackalove will be just fine.
Now there is the bot lane of top esports that everyone was expecting. A great punish as Hans and Mickey tried to push another wave underneath the tower. Mako's Ignite wasn't even back on.
Euler greater than Newton. Guys, this is why you come to my stream. You only have these conversations at MonteCristo stream. Homer is greater than Shakespeare? No. That's fucking fake news. And I love both.
Again, great read here. Jackalove getting a ton of damage. So Mako just flashes in to get the stack and get a hit. And then they get to follow up. But Hansama dying before the terror shot means those adoration stacks go to nil.
And in the meantime, there's
So Mako just flashes in to get the stack and get a hit, and then they get to follow up. But Hansama dying before the terror shot means those adorations.
Also, Dylan Falco
And in the meantime,
for these drafts. You're forgetting. You guys are forgetting Dylan Falco in this conversation.
Mickey able to come in and at least make it even, but they get the flash out of the Tristana.
Mako making.
Meantime,
So make
3 spears, Ren kills regardless, maybe.
and get a hit.
1, 2, but
Dying before the terror shot means
yeah.
adoration stacks go to nil.
and in the meantime, there's more.
I mean, I don't think he might have been out of range. Whatever, it's fine.
Yet again, Mickey able to come in and at least make it even, but they get the flash out of the Tristana.
Mako making moves on the map. His second appearance in the mid lane, putting that extra pressure down onto this Tristana. No flash going to be lost for Cream, but Caps losing that flash. You can see how the early game dynamic is very much shifting away from G2 in this game 3.
Mako doing a very good job of roaming in this game, though. They're applying a lot more pressure to mid than in the last Triss Corki matchup.
There's the all-out special delivery of the Udyr towards Yike, who will be able to land the stun. Follows up as well as now 369. I don't think he's going to have anywhere to go. Does have the ghost running, but Broken Blade will be able to keep up. Finds the Q and finds the kill.
Nicely done by Broken Blade to get the knockback right as Yike is there. Void Grubs will still go the way of top esports, but a big win for Broken Blade on that top side. Just getting
Carl Jung was also ridiculously smart because even his followers didn't understand anything he said, really. I love Jung, and I understand what Jung is saying.
Bot lane, double kill, Cassante getting a kill with a gank top lane, gold relatively even. This is very familiar. Yike now making his presence known in the bot lane. Corki has the push in mid.
Well, Mako and Jackie Love look like they're just going to try and exit this one.
Oh, the cannon minion tech from Mickey, drawing aggro, turning into a minion so he can tank a few more tower shots. But they just walk away with the plate. And now look at the goal difference in bot lane, actually neutralized, even though Jackie Love has a 2-kill advantage.
also Mickey, I think, running the demolish there as well. So if you can get some of those shots off and they can continue to push in the wave, they can look to start playing off of these turret plates. As the word back in on the minimap broke my brain for a second, but it's kind of Mickey making his way back to base.
Yeah, one of those things as 369 now just trying to farm between these turrets. Broken Blade going to have to get back and we'll be able to clear this one out. But more plates going down and the Udyr doing exactly what it says on the tin despite that death.
Yeah, so the Udyr is proxying, so I understand what they're trying to do in terms of creating pressure. And you know what? Top Esports not in a bad scenario. Like, they've got the grubs, but I think the problem is still they're going to get outranged in the mid and late game. And they also probably still don't know what Daisy does, if I had to guess.
Nice little shield there as Caps will be absolutely fine.
Just one of my favorite things to watch with Caps is many.
It is fun to see Top Esports like opting into the Rek'Sai jungle meta, which has been a key pick for G2, especially, I mean, the Rek'Sai Zac combos they're able to do on the engage, because you can use Tremor Sense to guide your Zac engage. And also just the wombo combo of CC between like Rek'Sai unburrow, E unburrow, plus the Zac like jump ult is so good. Mako? Mako's drunk? He doesn't even have ult? Okay.
He does not have a paddle. That is going to be the first kill for Caps. He's on the board.
This time around, Betty, he baits them in perfectly with the jump and the shield coming through, and even having Mickey as a cohort in that play as well. Nicely done by G2. You can see Tien waiting up the side, but round two.
All out does come on through here from Broken Blade as 369 in trouble. And the Cassante's got a few more buttons in the tank, and we'll be able to get that dash on over. Q gonna connect.
Where would I like rank Goethe author-wise? I mean, I love Faust, dude. I love Goethe. I think Goethe's amazing. But he also had an output problem.
But we think back to the fact that Jackie Love was able to get a 2-kill
Cassante Gaming.
Lane, but it's not quite snowballing in the same way that we saw from G2 in the previous series, in the previous games of this series.
Pity on Dante. I enjoy Dante, but
to mount an advantage on the top side of the map. Nothing
it's okay. It's like pretty good.
But so far,
I don't find him as insightful as like I don't find the Divine Comedy as insightful as other epic poems, in my opinion. Like Divine Comedy ranks below other epic poetry for me. So I think Milton and Homer clear Dante pretty hard, and Virgil. Even though Virgil's a character in the Divine Comedy, obviously.
Despite the poor matchup in the early stage and fall behind, that first gank, giving him much needed gold, giving him.
I think as far as epic poetry is concerned, it's actually the worst. And if Keats had actually finished any of his epic poems, Keats would also clear him.
Massive Cassante that realistically Jackie Love on lethality Callista won't be able to deal with.
Top esports still with the control over these neutral objectives, though. They've gotten the first 3 grubs of the game. They're going to secure the first dragon to boot. A relatively late one once again, 10.5 minutes into the game. This is a better scenario for G2 because they are more of a scale.
I like how we're just on my stream making epic poetry tier lists. I appreciate you guys.
To delay the start of those next dragons, it means they just have more time to get ready for the fight.
Also, Chemtech and now Cloud Dragon going to be off the card, so this is going to be a pretty valuable soul when it does come up and available. G2 though, at the moment, just trying to keep it slow. I think
Keats rules, says Keats J. Keats is my favorite romantic poet.
Cap's fine, but Tien wants to change that.
Yeah, Tien going a bit aggressive. We'll take a few autos as Caps follows him. Yike turns up to the mid lane to make it a 2v2, and Tien is just going to back away.
I was gonna put this out there. Paradise Lost shits all over the Divine Comedy. It's my hot take of the. That's my hot literary take of the day.
Still going to lose out on the trade. It's good shield from Yike. Make sure that Caps is absolutely fine. Tien does have flash available. Not going to go for it though. Looking for the knock up onto the Tristana.
Mako had started to roam up. You can see he was spotted just on a war displaced by the blue buff. So going to be able to back away instead.
Here's the real question, Keats J. Have you read Dan Simmons' Hyperion, where they turn John Keats into a character in a sci-fi book? That book is a fucking banger.
Yeah, BB, all right, I've seen this one before. This time he's going to bring him underneath the turret. Yike is also there to try and help out. Ghost getting 369 a bit of distance here, but BB's still going to... All right, I've seen this one before.
All right, here we go again. Well, guys, the Udyr pick is proxying, but he's also getting killed a bunch of times, so this is kind of a big fail.
Another snare is going to connect, and Daisy now comes out. And 369, surely that Ghost is going to run out relatively soon. Does get to the safety of his turret, though, and Daisy, she...
Yeah, how is he getting these angles? Like, top esports, you can smell the stink of desperation on them, guys. They're trying so hard because they've just been completely comprehensively outplayed in this series.
Does get to the safety of his turret, though, and Daisy, she will unfortunately run out of health. Tien not able to help with the play either, though.
This should be able to secure...
I think they're just so... I think they're so desperate at this point in time. Top esports down 0-2, so lost. Like, players underperforming. Best Rammstein song? America.
I stand corrected. Top esports still feeling confident to secure these grubs. With Cream back out onto the map and having the package available, further objectives will be secured. Top esports still in good control of this early game.
The reset from Hans Sama and Mickey later than Jackie Love and Mako, so Top esports know that they would have had the reinforcements coming through quicker, so they managed to force that play through with 369 teleporting in. BB still hasn't gone for his reset yet. Looks like he's going to try and farm up a little bit more before he tries to go back and get that, at least spend some of that gold that he's gotten off a small lead for himself.
Well, this game is going to be a lot more about team fighting than what we've seen in the previous games. Early domination was the name of the game for G2, largely driven by their bot lane, but with a much more neutral mid-game state. We'll see how things transition as we now see the swaps coming out from both sides.
But this is where I think Top esports just don't have anyone to really deal with the Cassante. We saw a lot of teams starting to go back over towards on hit.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, Mickey looks for it, gets the flash out of Cream. And Jackie Love and Mako moving down towards his bottom.
We saw a lot of teams starting to go
Mickey X with the most obvious cannon minion of all time. Force flash though, so he's good.
And Jackie Love and Mako moving down towards his bottom side.
Cream desperately trying to stack Cole still. Cole completed for Caps. And he's he's useless right now. He's still stacking up his tier.
Yeah, I think this is where though, like Jackie Love will be fine. Hang on, maybe I don't make this point anymore.
Nice little knock up there as Tien not going to invest the ulti or anything like that. He's now looking to bottom Caps should be fine.
All right, this is why he's going in, trying to make a TP play.
There's the Void Rush. Caps gonna have to flash, gets himself out of the way.
They get Caps' flash, so I guess it's good. The thing is, though, is that these Void Rush plays, so Void Rush is an execute, guys. So it does damage based on percent health missing HP. So when you make Void Rush plays like this, it's just so much better to have Strybreaker, right? So you use it as a gap close to get CC. But, I mean, you still get the flash, but you trade TP for it. The TP is kind of useless from Cream, but I guess he's just coming back in anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. Turgenev is great.
He's had a fantastic tournament consistently in the places that he needs to be. Will lose out here because that health bar was whittled down.
Getting ready for tower dive. Reducing tower damage is Canyon. That's actually very true. Daruk Calypso. That's actually very true. That's what he was doing. You are right. Because you do get the tower, the siege minion passive. That is a very good point about Nico mechanics that I knew but forgot about in that moment. But that is very true.
And they just execute the Nico. Once again, Daisy comes in, but she's a little bit too late. Unless Mako doesn't have anything left. Whirling Death comes down. Nice little knock up from Daisy. And they just even if Yike doesn't, Cap's going to teleport back to
that fake Nico.
Cream just uses all of his rockets and hits none of them. Very good, very good. Cream very good at skill shots at this MSI. Yikes, dude.
Cap's going to teleport back to lane. Will help pick up all of that CS. Now Mickey could be in trouble. Hookshot comes down there.
Yeah, that's actually a Nico. All right, they get it, but they don't have any rockets left.
Once again, Daisy comes in, but she's a little
Thank you, Adori, for your Twitch Prime sub. Hello to you as well.
comes down. Nice little knock up from Daisy from beyond the grave. Still not going to be able to get the kill on the Camille.
Glacial Augment.
Good collapse, good collapse.
Fantastic tournament. Consistently in the places that he needs to be. Will lose.
They know Mickey X is over that wall right there. They have pink ward control over the brush. Mickey face checks it. Oh no, it's close. JK.
Tian is still in the bush, and top esports at least will back away. Lose out here because
Mid laner still a lot available, and now
Hilton following him.
gonna teleport back to lane. Will help pick up all of
We're just playing Vision Wars. All right, so they clear pink. Pink gets placed down again.
Shot comes down there.
They use Camille ult to create the pick. Cream has a rocket. W's over the wall. Nice bursts. Clear the ward.
Once again, Daisy comes in, but she's a little bit too late. Unless Mako doesn't have anything left. Whirling Death comes down. Nice little knock up from Daisy.
Yeah,
from
I just
beyond
can't make the
grave.
play.
Still not going to be able to get the kill on the Camille.
Glacial Augment almost slowing Mako enough to allow for the run back of Hansama's ultimate to secure that kill. But a mistake there from Mickey. He tries to bait his opponents in, but it's G2 are not in a good position to punish that aggression. Top esports find themselves another kill. Interrupt doesn't quite come.
Do I like Lord Tennyson?
But I think one of the biggest
I like some of his poems. He's got some really sick, like, Viking poems. The problem with Tennyson is that he's all style, no substance. So, like, his poems sound amazing, and Charge of the Light Brigade is such a banger. But thematically, they're just not that deep. He was good with words. It's like Poe. You know, Edgar Allan Poe's poetry sounds amazing when you read it because he had such a good command of the sound of words. But it's just babble.
The whole responsibility
It's just meaningless.
in this game is not to be a massive carry, it's to help his carries, and as long as Caps and Hansam are in a good spot, he's happy.
There's no depth to it, right?
Once again in trouble, gonna have to flash this time around. Mako gonna hook shot forward, but not gonna invest too much more. Does have his flash available.
Yeah, War and Peace is great. Tolstoy greater than Dostoevsky, IMO.
You're not really in a position to fight for this, and the lack of vision is going to make it very tough. Mickey having no flash as well means he's way less threatening in one of these fights. So Caps at least getting push in mid does dissuade top esports a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised to see top try and force this dragon with 369 our TP coming up relatively soon.
I mean, I will say
Eminem greater than Poe. I actually agree with that. Poe's short stories are pretty good, though. Poe had good ideas for short stories.
The Mora mana finished for Cream as Jaculov gets the push in mid. Cream is likely going to go and answer by catching that bot wave, but top esports doing a solid job in this early game. Again, we talked about it. It's going to come down to the execution of these
My
fights.
bum is on your
How
lips.
well
Quote the
Caps
Raven.
survive. Do need to have enough frontline damage to be able to get through the tanks of Tian and 369.
This is a funny conversation. I'm enjoying it.
How strong is Cream gonna be?
You guys are distracting me from the game, though. Probably some people are getting angry about that.
We've seen it from Cream, we've seen it from Chovy.
They don't want the great Poe versus Eminem debate that we should be having.
I think it's just BB is going to be such an issue. The fact you
My
have
Beautiful Dark
that
Twisted
BB
Fantasy, that's Kanye's best album. I think it's a great album.
Already have the Kate of Brooker and then go the Iceborne Gauntlet off, I imagine, a near in time reset. And from that point on, I just don't see Callista really dealing with you. So it comes down to Cream essentially to try and kill BB, which is going to be such a daunting task for this core.
Well, the other question is, can
I mean, at this point, is there anything to analyze about this game? Yeah, actually there is. I mean, this is the closest game that we've had. This is probably the most interesting game that we've had. But I still think that the Draven Tristana is going to clear in the late game because there's not going to be any way for Top Esports to do damage. And they also don't have a way to kill Cassante. I think that's the biggest problem right now. So there are issues here. So first off, look, the matchup kind of forced him to go Rookern. But if this Cassante gets to 3 items, right? If this Cassante gets to 3 items, he can't be killed. They literally can't kill him with Corki Callista. Right? If he gets Iceborne and another armor item, and he's playing with fucking Ivern with Redemption, or not with Ivern with shields, sorry. Like, who kills him? Who kills him? I'll tell you who. Nobody. Nobody will kill him. Yeah, it's Lethality Callista also. Well, you have to play Lethality Callista because Callista can't get consistent autos down because if Callista tries to consistently auto, Draven and Tristana will win. So you have to Lethality Callista. Camille has true damage. She kills him, Kappa. Well, you know, if they had played Rumble support and flexed Camille to top, maybe.
Take down that control ward. Is the real Yike also going to show
I think you flex Camille top and play Rumble support. That was my idea, at least.
Jackie Love continues to push wave after wave in there. The goal difference, only about 600, barely anything between these two, and it's a much better look for Top Esports. As another Q back there from Broken Blade, but 369 just caring less and less, it feels like, as we're having a look at it in the picture-in-picture. Put that one away, though. The wet noodles don't necessarily need to be observed.
Love your content. Thank you, David. I hope you have a nice day as well.
Building small but significant advantages as they gain more control over the map. They did concede that last dragon, but it's going to be a Hextech Soul. One of the most powerful, if not the most powerful soul.
The truly erudite are your core fans anyway. Thank you, Urkel Baggins. I appreciate that. You guys are here for the brutal combo of literary and league analysis simultaneously. You can't get it anywhere else, guys. It's only here on Monte's stream.
G2 feel confident enough to try and fight this early on, though.
Don't know whether they have enough information as Mickey does get his clone into that brush.
TES on the next fraud alert. Oh, you know it. You know they are going to be.
Just going to give it up.
Just going to give it up. The reset coming through from BB
This is a big fraud performance by Top Esports. But also G2 playing extremely well, so credit to them.
The next dragon where they try and look towards it, but especially with 2 items completed there for Jackie Love and a lot more coming through, I think it's the right call for G2.
It's straight into 4 Horsemen after this. It is. Big stream day for Monty. I've been playing Banner Lords, by the way. That game is a fucking banger. I know that's a non sequitur because there's no reason I should talk about that, but I thought you guys should know. Win starts the 4 Horsemen in 45 minutes.
Because the acceleration of the pace of the game has been very prevalent in the last 2 games.
Manor Lords. Rakim, love your content on LFN, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. What's the 4 Horsemen topic? That would be, my friends, Vanguard. I'll host out. I'll host out into that stream. Where is LFN based, legally speaking? Delaware. Pretty common answer.
But that's why, again, we've been building it up. The team fights are where this game is going to be determined. Can G2 execute a proper fight, or will they fall short to Top Esports?
All right, nobody can kill Broken Blade. Broken Blade gonna buy him some plated steel caps next, and then he's gonna buy him another armor item, and then the game will be over, guys. So Top Esports ahead in every lane, including top, but that just isn't going to matter, I don't think. The comp diff is so huge. Trying to get the last outer turret. They will with the help of this, but the pursuit is coming in. Mickey X, nice flash, actually, by Mickey over the wall. Gets a catch onto Tien. Has to flash out. Oh, are we standing in a choke point versus Daisy? We are. 2 for 2, but I mean, it's really just important that, I mean, the combo of Q3 plus Daisy knockup is pretty hilarious. Cassante Q3 plus Daisy knockup. 1,000 gold for Draven now. Mickey X also didn't have Rocket Belt. Now he has Rocket Belt after dying. Caps isn't there, so actually it's 1 for 1, guys. Sorry, I'm dumb.
They might not be done the flank TP.
Yeah, Yike looking for that opportunity. The Valkyrie not going to quite be enough here. He does still have the flash available as Broken Blade. He can tank this one up for as long as he wants. That flash was not exactly the
Q3.
one they were looking for as BB.
All right. Oh my God, he gets more money. So now he went from, let's take a look. He went from being down 500 gold. It was literally like a 2,000 gold swing. It was an 1,800 gold swing as a result of this fight.
The Fates call onto Mako. He's going to dive in. They take down Mickey. Hextech ultimatum comes in as
So Han Sama gets, remember, by the way, guys, he has so many stacks that his ult does a gazillion damage. Not that it needed to. He got chunked down really low there, but.
so much money in the fight, and they lose the turret, but they
And then they overstay in this bot side, trying to clear the wave. Caps is taking fucking AoE, but here we go. So they see the play onto Cream because they're TPing back in. Honestly, G2's TP usage in this series has been really good. Caps' TP in the last game was super good. This one is interesting, just stunning him into the wall, just working around him. Because remember, guys, remember this. So this is actually very key. So he had just picked up the Iceborne before this fight, so he's able to TP back in. And it's the Iceborne that actually gets the kill onto Cream here, because he's able to proc the Iceborne twice, which allows him to move around to the backside, pull him in with Q3. It's very good. 1120 plus 300. Yes, but he also, I'm just saying the gold swing here, you can look, because he was down 500 and now he's up 1.4k. The gold swing versus Jackie Love. I understand that was confusing. It's not the total gold swing, it's the gold swing versus Jackie Love I was talking about.
I will say that fight, I think, was well played by
Casante's unkillable now.
Not worried for Tian, but a very quick flash takes him away to safety. But once the fight kind of
200 gold shutdown on Corky as well. Yeah, that's a good point. So he forces the Callista ult early when Mickey X's ult comes in. They get the stun there. Forces Tien's flash out. Mako goes in. So Mickey X dies. He knew he was going to die, though. He died for ult. He flashed in very deliberately. So they try and get the Hextech ultimatum down. I don't agree. Mako probably shouldn't have used this on Cassante. That's actually kind of strange because Cassante still has ult, so he could break it, which he does, right? So that's a bad ult. I think you hold your ult there.
Broken Blade isolated, but then Broken Blade uses his ulti to set up for Mako to lose his life as well. 1-for-1.
Rek'Sai gold lead is fake as well. Yeah, Rek'Sai doesn't do anything with gold. Not this Rek'Sai build at the very least. Top Rek'Sai, tank Rek'Sai does stuff with gold because Rek'Sai becomes unkillable and is very annoying to deal with in team fights because she heals so much. But this Rek'Sai build is fake news. Full LDR on that back. Holy smokes.
Once again, going for the Serpent's Fang, a fair few shields, especially coming from Yike on this Ivan. It's almost like the Ivan tax that you have to pay.
And the thing is, if you actually get into a fight that's the 4 versus 4, there's not really a big tank, right? Yes, you've got Tien, he's gone for the Titanic Hydra, he'll have some health. But Han Sama can really just tear through people with the 3 items that he's managed to pick up. So this Draven, very, very scary right now. And this might put a little bit of a dent into what top esports want to do. I think we're going to see them more go for this hit and run style, which is get push in mid, start to try and get some vision control so we can look for isolated 1v1s or 2v2s rather than going up against this Draven.
Well, once again, it's Caps trying to match 369 here in this side lane. Gonna have to get himself out of the way here as the very angry Udyr will send another minion wave towards the Tristana.
As you can see how tanky 369 really is. He is an absolute beast right now. Armor penetration is going to be required due to the lack of AP damage coming out from the side of G2. I mean, so far, full AD comps haven't really been punished at MSI. We'll see if this could be the first. Hans doesn't know that Tian's there.
Yeah. They have control vision in.
Okay, so there's Rocket Belt used. They're trying to get onto Jackie Love. They succeed in getting onto Jackie Love. Jackie Love uses Cleanse, starts hopping around. Han Sama gets targeted. This is good actually by top esports. They know that Han Sama's here because of Tremor Sense. So Mickey X is trying to peel, but they all just jump onto Hans immediately. It doesn't really matter that much if they kill him because he doesn't have any stacks. He already cashed in. The problem is that Caps is still alive here. Or is it? Well, they definitely can't kill Broken Blade. I mean, the problem is they can't kill Broken Blade, and Daisy is running around in circles again.
To get something done, but I don't think 369's going to be able to do it. Tien also realizing he cannot offer anything in the fight.
I love tank fights. It's literally just a fucking support Nico, Ivern, and a Cassante without ult trying to kill this Udyr.
And they take him down, and G2 win the fight.
BB stands for a big boy in this case. The 5-0-2 on the Cassante. He will not go down.
Been punished at MSI.
So this is not a good play by G2, by the way. Right? They need to peel for Hansama. Like, their job has to be to peel here. Even though Hans has both sums up, like, they're playing too aggressively. And Mickey X trying to ult here onto Jaculov. Like, who cares about Jaculov, dude? Just fucking protect Hansama. That's your goal. They actually just let him die, which is, I think this could have been a much less close team fight. I think G2 could have absolutely ran them in this team fight, but they wasted so much shit to kill Jaculov. And Jaculov is really irrelevant in front-to-back team fights. He's a fucking lethality Callista dude. Just let this 3-item Draven cook. You need to peel for him. This isn't good play by G2, but whatever. It's happy gaming, guys. They're up 2-0 in this series. They still win. Hans either needs to commit to the pick play, or they need to... I think ideally, though, you just save... You save the Nico ult for peel. You just save it.
BB stands for a big boy in this case. The 5-0-2 on the Cassante. He will not go down without a fight. Tearing through top esports. And yes, they got the Draven. But we talked about
Like, this Callista just doesn't do shit.
And the proof is in the pudding.
It's a battle of the brawlers.
So they use everything. Like, they commit Daisy to this as well. So Daisy isn't there for peeling. And it takes them forever to kill to two-man the Callista.
Which then just becomes a battle of mids, who then both get taken out by top laners.
But the Cassante's not going to die this game, so I guess they just feel really comfortable.
I did not expect
Like, they actually just can never kill Cassante.
Broken Blade versus 369, but this Cassante is just tearing top esports apart.
Not to mention having
Ivern also has a bazillion stacks now. He's up to 14 Medjai stacks, has his Moonstone Renewer.
to the other members of your team, it does give you that little bit extra that G2 are able to leverage. And
The shielding's going to be out of control. Last time we did see Jaculov buy Serpent's Fang. Okay, he did actually buy Serpent's Fang again here. He knows. Going to be really hard for him to proc it, though. He's kind of like throwing Qs out. It's pretty awkward.
But they're making it look easy.
Could I play-by-play
Is
this one?
anyone taking damage? I can't.
Is
Did
anyone?
they see the shields?
I mean, they're padding their DPS stats. I get it. I get
Moonstone is such a huge break point for Ivern.
it. Is winning.
I think so too. But I don't know whether...
Is streaming to 1K viewers a living? Well, first off,
The viewers, that's a good
Takanar, I have 1,600 on YouTube at the same time. And the answer is no, but I also do other things. I stream not that much compared to other streamers.
They gotta keep Tian out of the pit.
down as well. Exactly right. It's all about this Rek'Sai and his positioning. They know exactly where he is. Now
I do consulting, I do my podcast business, I do streaming. It's a lot.
it's going to be secured by Yike. And now
Udyr no TP. Yep.
it's going to tell
I mean, are they
Yeah, they see him in the bot side.
DPS stats?
They know no TP. Broken Blade does a little fighting here. He's building Jack shows now.
so too. But I don't know whether
Just slapping each other forever. Broken Blade slowly winning that, though. Pushes the Udyr off, and then they realize, okay, we can actually just force this Baron. Udyr's not in range, and so Udyr no TP, so they can force the TP. And we'll see if they can actually get it. It is a bit of a 50-50, but they can turn here.
Keep Tian out of the pit.
down as well. Exactly right.
They're watching Tien. Tien can come in with E or Blast Cone. He's going to Blast Cone.
There's no package.
Oh, Caps! Oh, my God.
They gotta keep Tian out of the pit.
Caps, so smart. They actually just don't have any way to clear this vision. They just don't have any way to clear this vision. Oh my God, guys, look. The only sweeper that's up is on TP-less Udyr. Oh no. Oh no. Hey guys, do you see any pink wards? Nope. 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 So they actually just can't clear that ward. So Caps has vision
Wait, no TP on 369.
Yeah, he's just going to teleport right in there.
to use ults. And they know exactly what he's doing. So Tien has multiple ways to get into this pit, right? He could flash. Like, he can flash. He can Rek'Sai E. He can use Blast Cone, but they have full information. So they're waiting to see which way he's going to do it, because you can shoot him out of the Rek'Sai E as well. You can basically blast him backwards with Caps' ult. Broken Blade is probably also ready to use ult and take him over the wall if necessary. So, but when they see him unburrow, it has to be flash, or it's definitely going to be Blast Cone, because he wants to get in and try and flash out of the pit. And so he just R's him out before he can do that. And then they finish. Beautiful. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Beautiful Baron play by G2. What about ult? I mean, Tian could ult into pit as well. He could, if he hits somebody with his Q, he could ult in to close the gap. But I think he's not likely to do that. You know, if you have Flash, E, and Blast Cone, I think you're unlikely to Rek'Sai ult into the pit. But that is the play where you couldn't get blasted out, but it also takes a delay. It would be hard to time that right for a steal, I think. It'd be really hard to time that, because you like leave the map for a second. You become untargetable for like 1 second. So it'd be really hard to time that. And also, the other thing is G2's probably thinking about that. And the way they play this is they might be able to burst it during Rek'Sai ult, honestly. Because look at the timing. I think they could just they would just burst it. If Rek'Sai, like the question is, if Rek'Sai ulted if Rek'Sai ulted right now, they can burst it. Because they proved that basically by bursting it. So it wouldn't work. Mickey was a pink ward? That's funny. Mickey is a pink ward outside the pit. Look at him. Draven Q Smite is like 2K. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he was going to blast plant over. That was the plan. He wanted to save his abilities. He wanted to save E and Flash, so he was going to blast cone over.
That might have just been the play that breaks open top esports.
The mid-game, the thing that they've been talking about this whole year that they wanted to improve, that right there was a perfect example of it. Broken Blade just trading with 369. They knew the timers. They were setting up for the Baron that whole time. And then they're able to sneak it away. A great ultimate from Caps to keep Tian away from the steal, and now the siege begins.
Jen has to burrow his way up. They're not going to be able to take this inner turret just yet, but with the dragon spawning, I think G2 are probably wanting to get a Hextech Drake of their own. Cream does now have the package. G2 is so much positional.
Was that a disrespect passive by Mickey X? No, I think him being a pink ward, if they come around the other side and they tried to engage on Baron, would have been mega.
And Top Esports did get to reset, but the dragon already taken. Mickey spotted. Top Esports want the fight. Yeah, Mickey, they are going to find the right one here. As Tian may have chased a little bit too far.
All right, I love Daisy and choke points.
Taking so much burst damage as now Daisy gets in among.
All right, Cream commits suicide again.
Want the fight. Yeah.
With the package. Dude, this guy fucking loves this. I mean, it was their only angle to win, but... Redemption value is so huge. All right, well, we got to do it, guys.
They are going to find the right
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
Right into the exhaust.
That it's all for the best, 'cause it is. What you say? That it's just what we need. You decided this. What you say? What did she say?
and spend that money.
The desperation is starting to set in for Top Esports. They can feel the game slipping
We
away.
do have fun here, guys. We do have fun.
3-0 for G2 is on the horizon as Hans Sommer
Thank you for
secures
sacrificing
himself
monetization to the memes. I do it for you guys.
I can't believe what we're watching.
Twitch Prime, please.
On the brink of a
Your Twitch Primes make the trade worth it.
Against the LPL second seed. G2 marching down the bot lane. It's still a minute left on this Baron buff. They will not let up.
And without Cream, it's going to be so hard to defend. This inhibitor turret should be going down. And look at Broken Blade. It's exactly what you were talking about, Dagda. He is impossible to stop.
Yeah, you just can't kill Cassante with this composition. Thank you, Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and Stop the Catbox, and Vixie, and General Steve. Take my money. Thank you guys. You guys are all very generous. I appreciate you. I like how the Cassante can just walk under all these turrets. No problem. Ult Cream. Doesn't die. Gets back into Fountain. Misses Draven E. Prone is Beast. Enigmar 3. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful game. Beautiful series by G2, guys, honestly. G2 beating T1. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here. You heard G2 beats Top Esports here. Now you're hearing G2 beats T1 here. WG2 beats TL? I did not mean that. Wow, fantastic. That's very impressive by G2. These guys are fucking good. I told you, motherfuckers. I told you. Everybody's like, Monty, they're not top 8 in the world. Fuck you guys. I called it. Fuck you, they are top 8 in the world. Maybe even better. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everybody who's not me. G2 gets... Triumph for G2. Triumph for G2. All hail G2. Watch Jackie Lowe's face after this? Okay.
And they will not drop a game doing it.
Finish the series. What an absolute statement from G2.
A performance that has been 2 years in the making.
I'll go to bed dreaming of Caps Tristana W buffers tonight. Dude, amazing. He played mechanically amazing. Great series. You know, this is one... I don't mind Stomps, guys, because I think Stomps could be very interesting as to why a team wins so hard. And, like, I thought this Stomp was super interesting because of G2's drafting and the mind games that they were playing. Jackie Love really suffering. They got fucking hosed, guys. Jackie has no idea where he is. He got a concussion from the bot lane in that series.
We would have been happy. The T1 series, we were already feeling pretty good. And to get a 3-0 is massive, not just for G2, but also for the region and what we can do and what we're capable of.
I'm so happy for G2. Good for them.
Flashbacks to Worlds 2022 where they...
How will this G2 match up versus BLG and Gen.G? Nah, they're not going to win, guys, versus BLG and Gen.G probably, but T1 I think is achievable. I think if they had a few draft differences in that T1 series, they would have won. Dude, the Renata with the Kog'Maw was real bad, and the Bel'Veth was really bad, but I respect their ability to take risks. G2, you can't let them have Poppy right now. You can't let them have Zach. It's hard to draft against them.
An incredible year joining alongside Top Esports, his first international tournament. I'm sure he's going to learn a lot, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them return to the World Championship at the end of the year. But obviously expectations are...
Yeah, the Lilia pick was... I mean, they almost won that game anyway.
They must feel extremely disappointed with their performance today. And I can only hope that there are positives to take away to set up for the rest of the year and the World Championship to round things out.
So, guys, I'm going to raid into 4 Horsemen. We are going to do the 4 Horsemen on the Riot Vanguard stuff. So that'll be interesting, I think, for you guys. If you guys are over on YouTube, I can't raid, but it's on the Last Free... It'll be on the Last Free Nation YouTube channel if you want to watch that on YouTube. But I cannot raid into that. Thank you, Jinties1, for your Twitch Prime sub. I will be here every single best of 5, so I will see you tomorrow morning, U.S. time / afternoon, European time. Okay? So I'll be back for T1TL tomorrow. I'll be back the day after that for BLG Gen.G. So follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, please. If you guys miss the games, if you're on my YouTube channel, there'll be the live VOD. There will also be edited versions of highlights. So we got a ton of stuff coming up today. So I am going to host out, guys, okay? So stick around, please. It'll be a couple minutes when the stream comes on. See you guys in 20 minutes for Four Horsemen, and then again tomorrow for more League of Legends. Bye-bye.